There we go. Perfect. I'll give it a thumbs up as well, and there we go. Aye, we are live, yes. Showing on my YouTube. Yep, we are live. So hello there, good evening. And that's a lovely view of some car there, or vehicle, and some trees there, and some fencing. And there's a couple of marshals there to the bottom right of our screen. Anyways, welcome to the finale of the ALMS series. This championship has been going on for like nearly 3 months now. So yeah, it just seems a long time this championship has been going on. But yeah, like I says, for the final round at the historic Monza track. I am Savvy, and joining me in the booth is, we've just noticed now, he's the newly crowned P1 champ, and that is Mr. Inman.
Hello, Savvy. How you doing? Good to be in the comms booth again.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because you did the Barcelona race, wasn't it? Whilst studying too. You were multitasking. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So Thunder Pig is we're just seeing the GTCs because I've been told by Techno Guy to show qualifying for the GTCs, as it's the only championship that's going on right now. All the other 3 classes have been determined, and I will post up a points of. The camera angles have been terrible here. What is going on?
I can see that on the stream. That's
that's not good. I'll have to do some maybe onboard cameras then, I'm reckoning. Yeah, that's, oh god, that's horrible. Yeah, I can't do anything.
Maybe on the settings is maybe changing the camera type would help. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh god, it's the same. Oh, it's horrible.
Oh dear, PD.
Oh,
Goodness
TV,
me.
what have you done to me? Oh well, anyways, already got a chat on here saying cheated in the Baldy one. Yeah, well, he's fighting for a championship. Like I says, it's the only one that's title that's going at the moment. So we'll give you the point standings then for coming into the last round for the P1s. Inman in the booth, he is pretty much guaranteed this championship. He is on 85 points, but since he's in the booth, this will be counted as a drop score, so he'll be on 101. Rascal's on 76, Charles is on 57, LeBomb on 44, Halleck's on 35, Law 28, I don't think he's racing, Jerry Bear is on 26, Danik is on 18, Kofi on 14, and Boris Bohm on 12. Like I said, Inman's wrapped up the championship in that one. In the PCs, the championship is wrapped up again. Goofy has 88 over Maryland 71, J-Boy 70, Fury is 66, Rhino Sean 46, Techno Guy 42, and Goofy 22. GT class, Dominguez, he's won every race in the GT class. He's won the championship as well. 88 points for him. Pro Mac 71 as a result of getting consecutive second place finishes. Alex Gaiman on 48, Darth on 47, Anti on 38, as well as Wiley and Orlos on 30, Robo on 28. So, like I says, those 3 have been wrapped up. It's this one that we're looking at, the GTC class there, where there is only 3 points separating the Baldy to Thunder Pig. So, hopefully, if the camera is working for all of them, we should get some, like, well, hopefully some. Oh, it's still not working. Look at this. This is rubbish. Anyway, no, but the Baldy one, 85, Thunder Pig on 82. It's the only closest battle that's on for the championship. So it's going to be interesting to see if these 2 will make it into the main event, and then they will battle out for the championship. And I'm just seeing that the Baldy one is feel better than Thunder Pig is not. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these standings, and although there's only 1 championship still left to be wrapped up, the GTC standings, there's still so many close battles all throughout the field. We've got particularly the PC class for second. Merland and J-Boy separated by just 1 point for second place, and the same with third place. We've got ACC Alex Gaming and Dart separated by 1 point, Antibiotic and Wiley on 38 apiece. And then we've got Fubar and WR Metcalf on 48 apiece in the GTC standings, and then we've got Zanzibar just 4 points behind. So there's still battles to be wrapped up all throughout the standings.
Quite intrigued to see who's going to come second in that, because J-Boy buoyed by that win at Brands Hatch when they won, which was race sports a couple of weeks ago, and also with Maryland, so that's going to be intriguing, as well as the Furious too, because he's only 5 points adrift from Maryland, so that's going to be close. Anyway, Fubar set the fastest time so far. He is nearly a tenth quicker than Thunderpig, who is a second faster than this guy, WR Metcalf, as he just makes his way into, I'm just getting the corner maps up again because I always keep forgetting, the Rogier chicane, and then into the Lesbos. And Baldy 1 is still, looks like he is not fuel burning now. He's going to go for it now. Yeah, my clock's messed up here. That's probably why. Something's not right with my, I think I may need to clear the cache or whatever, because my the clock's on the bottom left's not running.
Oh, that's very strange.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe that's the source of your camera issues as well.
Yeah, that's what it could be. Yeah. We've actually got a new guy that's in here, the Cinnabox, I think that's his called, and he's looks like he's not going to do any qualifying. So, oh well. Anyway, into the Parabolica then goes the fastest guy so far in the GTC's Fubar. Any news on the P1s?
Yeah, so at the moment we've got Hallex on provisional pole. We're about halfway through the session. Kofi is 4 tenths behind him. Then about 6 tenths behind Hallex is Rascal. La Bomba's about 9 tenths back. Jerry about 2.3 seconds back. And Charles had some issues in the lobby. He's rejoined and he'll get extra time afterwards. He's just coming through to finish his first lap now, and puts him 8 tenths behind Alex.
Just looking at Thunderpig's time, now he has set the fastest time of 1:49.787. But if you look on the centre of the screen, he's done a time of 596 hours, 31 minutes, 23.648 seconds.
That's a competitive time.
It's quite fast there from Thunderpig. Now let's have a look, see what Baldy is. He's just approaching the Lesbos corners. And this will be a fast time lap now. The only problem is that Baldy is doing it by himself. He doesn't have any of the slip. And I think slipstream around this track is very key around here, because with the local straightaways that we have here.
It's interesting that none of the LMP1s are opting to use slipstream. They all want to run on their own.
You'd think that, because then they get an advantage by getting in a tow of someone. Not unless it was
especially
sitting in a
with
meeting.
The speed of these cars.
Yeah, I mean, not unless there was like some sort of secret meeting that we don't know about of not helping each other, just go at it for the pole position. I don't know.
Yeah, Rascal has just moved ahead of Kofi to within 2.5 tenths of Alex, so it looks like it's going to be a bit of a dogfight between Rascal. Kofi a little bit behind as well. He's sort of clinging on there, although actually Kofi's gone purple, so he could be looking to improve.
Baldy on the pole, 1:49.490, nearly 3 tenths quicker than Thunderpig, his championship rival. So I think you said before the stream started that it's the 4 that qualify, isn't it? The top 4, is it?
That's what I think. I think it will be 3 of each prototype class, and then 4 of each GT class that make it through to Lobby A, just based on the entry numbers that we have. We've got 6 of each prototype and 7 of each GT, so it'll be a 3-3-4-4 split. I think that might change, but I would think that would be a sensible way to do it.
Right, so at the moment then Zanzibar's going to make it into the show because he's 4th fastest, albeit 1.2 seconds off Baldy 1's fastest time, but he's nearly half a second ahead of WR Metcalf, who is just approaching Lesbo 1's. Let's see where Thunderpig is. He's trying to get a tow from Metcalf to try and get that pole position back. Looks like it's a new livery too for Thunderpig. Just again specifically for this race. I'm guessing he's going for the Scarlet Ferrari red colour. Hopefully the camera will work for the race. I'm hoping so, because I don't want to go on board all the time. for people. I think he's actually purple, I think. Just keep an eye out here. Just going out over Scotty there. Might not be getting a draft out of Metcalf. I think he's just a bit out of it though, but I think he might be purple. I'm not too sure. So let's see what he does into the Parabolica. Last corner, turn 11. And then put all the power on there. Fubar goes second quickest, 4 thousandths faster than Thunderpig, but I think Thunderpig can beat that. Let's see what he can do. He goes to the point. He goes to pull. 1:49.379. And he will go a 10th quicker than the Baldy one. Oh, I tell you what, this is shaping up to be a good battle for the GTCs for Thunderbig and Baldy, like.
Wow, that's a solid effort there. Put that on hold.
Sanseepa's improved.
In the prototype challenge class, apparently, our expert reports from Techno. We have Goofy on Furious in second, and J-Boy has made it up into third. Merlin is in fourth.
Oh, now that could be trouble here for Merlin, because that will possibly surrender his second place. Although it could be a drop score, wouldn't it?
It could be. It just depends what their lowest score was throughout the championship.
So looking then at Sanseepa just making his way out of the Roger Saccade and then into the Lesbo corners. May need to be a little bit more aggressive at Lesbo 1 there. He kind of backed out of the in the corner a bit too early. Now into Lesbo 2, fully attacked now onto the straightaway, where it is the first of 3 penalty bounds here. The Serraglio, I think that is, and then on the start finish straight, and then after the Rettifilio. There's your three penalty bounds. Nah, it's not improved there.
Qualifying in the P1 lobby has just come to 10 minutes. Rascal crossed the line with 1 second to go. He's currently not going to make it into lobby A because La Bomba has just picked in by 5 1,000th of a second to get into lobby A. Rascal's still doing his final lap. So is Kofi. It's at the moment it's Hallex, Charles, and La Bomba that will be in lobby A. Rascal, Kofi, and Jerry in lobby B.
Oh, so
still waiting
disaster.
On Rascal. Rascal looks like he's improving, and he only needs to improve by 5 1,000ths of a second to get up into that lobby A.
Meanwhile, Baldy has just set an absolutely storming lap time to go into the 48, so 48.773, and he's 6 tenths quicker now than Thunderpig, who was just destroying the cones out of the Rettifilio. Third place is Fubar.
Wow,
qualifying is over.
Effort.
Qualifying is over in the GTC, so Sanseepa's going to make the show. WR Metcalf will unfortunately miss out, and we also got the Cedar Box, who hasn't made a lap time at all. He's just pretty much stayed in the pits during this whole qualifying. So we'll give you the live timing up then. At the moment, so it'll be Baldy 1 on pole for the GTCs, Thunderpig 2nd, Fubar 3rd, Sanseepa will make the show in 4th, Metcalf and the Cinnabox in 6th. Any news on Rascal then?
Rascal came across the line and didn't improve. He went half a tenth slower than his best lap. So Charles put in a late effort for half a second behind Hallex in 2nd. So at the moment it looks like the top 3 are Hallex, Charles and La Bomba Negra. All split by about 7 tenths of a second.
Oh, and I tell you what, Rascal will be fuming not to make the show if that's the case, if it's a 3-3-4-4. Well, his second place won't be under threat anyways. Charles is a long way back, so I mean, it's safe to say Rascal will have 2nd place in the championship, and he'll be racing with Chucky in the other lobby.
Indeed, he will.
Yeah. Right, so what I'll do is I'll probably clear my cache to see if that would work, which I hope it does. Please hope this works. And I will join your lobby. Whatever it is. There it is. We don't know any news on the GT qualifying. We'll just probably have to see it in the chat thing.
Charles actually had extra time at the end of the session because he had some issues.
And I've just joined as well. Hopefully that's not going to interrupt this lap.
No, he's just come across the line to go within a tenth of Alex.
Oh, so that means the bumper may be kicked out.
No, Charles was in second. He still stayed second, but he's improved by 4/10 of a second, which is 4.5 of a second, which is absolutely a grand effort from Charles.
There's a look then at all the other races then, so we're just seeing there Kofi. Yeah, the camera's actually working, that's good. Camera's oh, Kofi, ooh, Kofi jumpy. Yeah, the camera's actually working in this lobby, so that's good.
Ah, that's good.
Kofi going for an absolute sprint of a lap here, and he's into the kitty litter, and that run is now ended. So you said there that Alex is on pole.
Yes, Alex got a 29.7, Charles got a 29.8, the Bomber got a 30.5, Kofi got a 30.6, Rascal, no, these are in the wrong order. So let's. Alex first place in first with a 29.7, and we've got Charles in second with a 29.8, and we've got the Bomber with a 30.531, Rascal 30.536. That is the gap between lobby A and lobby B, 5 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, that's a bitter pill to swallow. That.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking for Rascal. And then we've got Kofi in fifth with a 30.6, and then Jerry a little bit behind with a 32.6.
And we're just seeing our good friend Jerry there on our screen.
Hello,
there
Jerry.
He is. But yeah, so it looks like Jerry's unfortunately we're not gonna be seeing Jerry, which is a terrible heartbreak for me because I wanted to see him do well, because he's, you know, fair play to Jerry because he sacrificed a lot in this championship to be in the booth with me, so we'll give him some TV time there for Jerry. Anyways, before we go on,
we've got sorry to butt in, but we've got some reports from the GT class.
Go on then.
And my oh my, we've got a new guy, a Greek driver, ERS Emidriano, has taken the pole 5 tenths ahead of Dominguez. Half a second quicker than Dominguez.
Oh, Dominguez has a new challenger to spoil his winning streak, basically.
So Emidriano has got a 47.1. Dominguez a 47.64, Crow 47.66.
What car is that Greek driver racing in?
He's chosen the V12 Vantage.
Oh yeah, okay.
But he's up against a BMW M6 and a Corvette. So there's still some powerful cars in this class. But yeah, we've got Emidriano in first, Dominguez in second, Pro Magna in third, and then it looks like Antibiotic, Wiley Coyote, Robo, and Orloz round up the GT field.
Yeah, so it looks like Dominguez does have a challenge. Although saying that though, I mean, that Greek driver who's driving with the Aston, it does go down the straightaway so good, but it does chug a lot of fuel, doesn't it?
It does. They're going to have to use a little bit of slipstream to help with the fuel saving, I reckon. But some of the GTCs. So what was the pole time for GTC again?
I think it was like a 140s. It was either, I think it was a 148. I think it was 148.7. Or was it 147? God, my brain's like a fish.
I think you said it was a 147.
Yeah, it was like possibly a 147.7. I think it was.
Yeah, well, some of the GTCs in that case have qualified faster than some of the GTs.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like we could get some GTCs in the mix today.
That was pretty much like at St. Croix when I think it was Baldy and Fonda were out qualifying the actual GT racers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so another superb effort from the likes of Fonda and from Baldy.
Yeah, they seem to be killing it in that BMW. Like, they've got used to the car and found out the way to make the most out of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now that we've got all the qualifying times and all that, obviously because I didn't have time to talk about this track alone here, but you know, we always say that Monza's always been known as a historic track, and every time ARC comes to Monza, there's always been an amazing race. Do you think this will be the same as, like, say, the Season 4 race or the Season 1 GR3 championships of that?
I mean, it's got all the potential to be. I mean, me personally, I've never raced an official ARC race at Monza, so I've not got any experience with it. But I've seen the Season 4 race, and I've watched that many a time.
I hope your ears didn't bleed with the way. I hope your ears didn't bleed with the latter or myself going absolutely mental.
But yeah, I guess the main thing is Monza, because of the long straights, there's no legitimate reason why, if you're 2 or 3 tenths quicker a lap, or like only a tiny bit quicker a lap, there's no reason why you should be pulling away. Just sit in the pack, trade positions, save fuel, and then go for it at the end. That's the sort of dynamic you get at Monza. It's not like a pull away and dominate the race kind of track, unless obviously you're, you know, a second a lap quicker. But it's much more beneficial to just sit back, save fuel, save tyres, and then make a charge, put on the attack at the end.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Any time when ARC goes to Monza, I get excited because of, like you said, with the racing and that. I get more excited than Joe Biden seeing 13-year-olds. Put it that way. Is that one for the books? Is that? Are you gonna?
That was a risque one. I can't say I disagree.
How many people are watching? 9 people are watching. Hope you clip that.
This video's getting demonetized.
So it looks like the Americans having fun on the straightaway. Go on.
Yeah, I guess with the massive opportunity to slipstream as well, no one's going to really be able to get it. Like, what I'm predicting is we'll have lap after lap after lap of just trading positions through slipstream into turn 1, into the Della Roger chicane, into Ascari, into Parabolica. And we will be able to get away as such because the slipstream is just too powerful. Even if you're half a second a lap slower than the guy in front of you, you can still keep up and pass.
Yeah.
With the amount of slipstream you get around here. I think it's in Group 3, it's something like up to 7 or 8 tenths of a second you can gain from slipstream, maybe even more.
Oh, hello, Charles. Yeah. Oh, was that it? Okay, then I thought you were still carrying on there. Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Sorry, I was just looking to see if we've got the quality results yet, but not quite yet.
No, I'm sure Techno will be still working away doing like who's going to be making it into the main event and who unfortunately isn't. But we pretty much covered over times like you did in all the other chats there. What else can we talk about since we've got a bit of a break here? Oh yeah, we've got some more up and coming ARC races coming up soon. But actually, you talked about
cars.
Yeah, the touring cars. Yes, I'm looking forward to do that one. Everyone keeps saying you should race in it, Savvy. I'm like, no, I want to commentate on it. Baldy's definitely going to be racing in it.
Championship.
Eh?
I think you'd be a good fit for the touring cars. Go on.
Oh, I know. I mean, touring cars is like bread and butter stuff for me.
Get your steering wheel out again.
I don't even have a wheel. I've got a pad.
Get your pad out again.
come out of retirement from online racing just to do this.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Look, do you know? I've had my fun doing the online racing thing. You know, I've decided not to do a lot of racing because I enjoy doing the commentating now. I enjoy watching the racing. It makes me, you know. Oh, that was a good slide there. Whoever that was. No, I just enjoy commentating on these races now because I'm not good at racing now.
I mean, with the likes of some of these drivers, you know, the skill level of ARC is.
It's just rules so much. It's so because you know because I competed in season 1 and just the standard of all these drivers, it's just gone up and up and up, and yeah, I just couldn't compete. Yeah, for sure. No, but anyway, yeah. Give us touring car rumours. Yeah, that's going to happen. I don't know when exactly, but I will say this: if Alex and Inman himself decides to race, you can probably beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's set up in such a way that you don't know who's going to win.
You don't know who's going to win. No. Yeah.
There'll be. I won't divulge any secrets, but it's going to be very, 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 very exciting.
Yeah, it could be quite chaotic as well. So I mean, that is typical touring cars. That's probably the only rumours I can give you there, Mr. Metcalf. But anyway, there's also another one that you have came up with, and that is the World Cup, isn't it?
Yes, we've got the TVT 2. The second iteration of our TVT championship. So we were going to do it in a sort of knockout style format, but then we sort of changed that because we realised that was awful. So we changed it to, we've got 3 rounds. The first 2 rounds are exactly like our Group 3 championship season. So you have the qualifying, which determines which lobby you start in. We've got 3 lobbies, and it's going to be roughly 50 to 60 minute races. And you race individually, but you score points for your team. And then after round 2, we total up the team's points, and the top 4 teams go into the A grade final. The 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th teams go into the B grade final, and then the 9th to 12th teams go into the C grade final. And it's a straight fight in those brackets for the winner of your group. So obviously, if you win Group A, you will be the winner of the tournament. If you win Group B, you will come 5th. If you come 2nd in Group B, you will come 6th, and all of that. But yeah, the Group 3 races, we've got 12 teams participating, all of different.
I thought we had 16.
Well, we were originally going to target 16 for the knockout format, but then this second format fitted 12 teams a little bit better. So. But yeah, we've got
any teams that are going to participate in this, maybe that we've seen before in previous TVTs.
We've got a few returning faces. We've got 2 in-house ARC teams. We've got CSX, Cosmic Sea Sports.
Yes.
Entering 2 teams, so they're obviously returning faces from the first TVT championship.
Mm-hmm. And a couple of drivers as well in the GL3s, like with Kobu.
Kobu isn't racing, unfortunately.
Oh, is he not? Oh.
No, but we do have Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen, yeah.
And we do have Kevlaro, he racing our Group 3 championships, and so too Colm, and Wise Guy will be returning as well.
Okay, good. So we're getting some of the old,
Yeah, and then we've got, apart from that, so we've got 2 ARC teams, 2 CSX teams, and then we've got 8 brand new teams to ARC, including the likes of Distinct Gaming, who were formerly VLX. And they are bringing what looks like a very, very strong team. So there's going to be competition all around. There's going to be competition in Lobby A, competition in Lobby C. It's going to be fantastic. And we're racing at Spa. We're racing at St. Croix B, which is the Season 3 one.
Yeah.
And then for the finale, we're racing at Interlagos.
So I'm guessing all 3, it's going to all happen at the same time. So how are we going to coverage all of them?
What, each round? So each track at the same time, do you mean?
Well, is there going to be like... Oh, how do you explain it? How can I explain it? Like, will there be... Oh, no, hang on a minute.
So
my brain's dead. Go on.
It'll just run the same as our Group 3 championships. So there will be qualifying, 10-minute qualifying, and although this time we've got fuel and tyre wear on, because Tech wanted to see carnage, so we turned it back on.
Right, okay. Yeah, that's typical Tech, yeah.
And then they'll be resorted, their times will be sorted into Lobby A, B and C, and then we'll stream Lobby A. All of those races will happen at the same time, just the same as Group 3. And then with the third round, what will happen is we'll do them week by week. So the first week of round 3, we will race and stream the C grade final. Then the week after that, we'll stream the B grade final, and then the week after that, everyone will watch the A grade final. So everyone will get their time to shine on stream. Okay,
right. Just seen some of the chats there. Rascal saying stream is glitching like crazy. I hope that's on my screen. It isn't. I don't know about if you're watching it too.
I think everything is fine for me.
Yeah, fine on my end. Maybe it's your end, Rascal.
I'll tell you what, I think Kofi's glitching a bit with 100 seconds of penalties.
Oh no, he's just been busy doing donuts while on board with Jerry Bear. Right, that's what it will be. We also got Duran saying, "Come on the board." I tell you what, Baldy one is getting some support here. Like, any Thunderpig fans here, you know, cheer on your boy Thunderpig, because you know he's also got a championship as well as the Baldy. Right, so what is actually happening now? Because I'm running out of stuff to say, and what's the hold up? What was saying in the Discord chat?
Yeah, I think they're just working out the best way to split the lobbies. I'm not quite sure. So we'll keep you posted on that as and when we get some information to give you. But they're all in the lobby host chat, voice chat, so...
There we go.
I'll see if I can get the spreadsheet up and see what's going on.
Yeah. So what
basically got all the times entered.
Okay. So how are they just going to separate it? Oh, here we go. Let's see.
I don't know. I think something's gone a little bit wrong on the spreadsheet because they've.
Yeah, Kofi's just standing still and he's getting penalties. What? I don't get that at all. I really don't get that. Hey, we're looking at La Bomba, and he's just kind of stopped, as well as everyone else. So I don't know. I think you're the moderator, aren't you? Any news if there's going to be like a now that we've heard that GT7's going to come out in March, wasn't it?
Yes, March
22nd, isn't it? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Will there be possibly like a season 6 of the GR3s, or we're just going to keep it for when GT7 starts?
Well, interestingly, there's not been any talk about that. There might have been some talk in the council chat, but I'm only a puny supervisor, so
oh, right,
they may have been talking about that. We've not heard any word on that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just depends what state GT7 is in when it comes out, because it might be, you know, really, really.
Yeah, the service could be a little bit glitchy with it being a being a new game. I mean, so
the good news is it's coming to PS4, so it's not much for everyone to buy a PS5 to participate. People can, you know, spend 40 or 50 quid for the game and not have to shell out a small fortune or a large fortune for a PS5.
But I hope they do have the new tracks on the PS4, because I know Hill Speed Ring's going to come back, which I'm looking forward to see that.
Yeah,
what other tracks is it going to be?
Well, we've got High Speed Ring and we've got Trial Mountain coming back.
Mm-hmm.
They've both been remade a little bit, so I know everyone was horrified at the final chicane at Trial Mountain being turned into an actual chicane and not a launch pad that it used to be.
Yep.
And I don't know whether people noticed, but the second turn at High Speed Ring has been extended and tightened as well. Which I kind of like that because it adds some variety. Whereas previously it was just one type of corner, one sort of speed, one sort of radius and whatever. But they're hinting at some more of the original circuits. Because apparently our man Kaz has said that they only focused on High Speed Ring and Trial Mountain for the launch.
Right.
Because they were the three nostalgic, whatever.
Yeah. And it was like a fan's favourite
was...
back in the old GT games, yeah.
Yeah. So that leads me to hope deep down that there's some more original tracks from the old, like, Gran Turismo 3, Gran Turismo 4 times. Yeah. What sort of tracks would you like to see returned? Some of the golden oldies.
That big long track. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got like the little spiral late on in the track.
Oh, is that the complex string?
Yeah, I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, the one with every type of corner you can imagine.
Yes, yeah. Just imagine doing a 3-hour endurance race on that track. Oh yes.
Oh my god, that would be...
Yes, please. I'm not going to name every corner name, put it that way.
I mean, you could probably just say the name of the type of the corner, and you'd have names for every corner on the track. So.
Oh, Mr. Law's in the chat there. Hello, Mr. Law. Actually, we'll leave it to the chat there. What tracks do you want to see come back in GT7? Because we've got 12 people watching. So it'd be interesting to see what the chat would say.
I'd personally like to see the special stage Route 5 come back and the Clubman stage Route 5. They were golden. And also El Capitan.
Autumn Hill. I liked Autumn Hill. That was a nice retrick. Oh, it's Autumn Ring. Sorry.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I don't know why
I love that track.
Why did they take that out? It was such a good track. It was like the epitome. It was like that's what Gran Turismo was. Yeah, I'd like to see Tokyo R246 as well, but I don't think that will be coming back with Tokyo Expressway being in. Although Tokyo R246 is hidden somewhere in Gran Turismo Sport's code. So it is in Gran Turismo Sport, it's just not available. Or there are references to Tokyo R246 in GT Sport, apparently.
So it's like an Easter egg.
Yeah, and there's also tracks like Road America, Road Atlanta.
Oh, Road Atlanta's... Oh, yeah. Road Atlanta's... I love that track.
I would love to see Atlanta and Road America as well. I love Road America. It's such a good track, but I'd love to see them in Gran Turismo 7.
By the looks of it, we've got the times up.
Yes, here we go.
Oh, so it looks like Alex is going to be hanging in the room. Okay. Yeah, Alex is going to be the lobby leader. So we'll give you then the rundown of who is in. Oh wow, we're going to have all the GTC drivers in.
Ah, now they've split this quite differently to what I thought they would. They've got all of the GTC drivers in lobby A, and put the majority of GT drivers in lobby B. So they've got no GTC in lobby B, but I assume that's because, if we go back to the spreadsheet, because there were a lot of fights in GTC, weren't there? There's, so we've got Thunderpig and Baldy One are 5 points apart anyway, and then we've got Fubar on 64, Gurnell on 60, Metcalf on 60 and Zanzibar on 54. So all those four are separated by 10 points. So that there's such a massive fight for that third place that that's probably why they've put all of those GTCs in Lobby A.
Has Alex posted the lobby up?
I don't know. He will do soon.
I don't know if I've got him as a friend on here. I hope I have. Anyway, we'll talk about the Lobby B then for the for the racing there. So there'll be 4 P1s, 3 PCs, and 5 GT drivers in there. So La Bomba will start on the pole for Lobby B, and he will be 5 thousandths ahead of Rascal, Kofi in third, and Jerry Bear in fourth. In the PCs, it'll be Merland on pole in that one, ahead of Why Not Sean and Tetro Guy. Only 3 of the PCs in that one. And in the GT class, Cro Magna on pole, Antibiotic second, Wiley third, Robo fourth, and Orlos in fifth. That is the Lobby B. That's how they will look. To the Lobby A, only 2 P1s, Hallex and Charles. Then it'll be another 3 in the PCs, Goofy, Furious, and J-Boy. Be interesting to see, J-Boy could potentially get second place now. So can Furious too, for that matter. And then, as you said, in the GT class there, how'd you say that again? Emidriano?
I'm going to say Emidriano, yes.
Emidriano, okay, yeah.
Apologies to you if that's incorrect.
If he's watching.
We are so bad at names.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, Emidriano on pole, exactly half a second ahead of Dominguez. And then we've got all the GTC drivers. The Baldy one, Thunder Pig. Oh, the Cedar Box actually did post a lap time. We didn't see it because on our view, he was in the pits. So, he was third fastest with a 149.734. Yeah, it was lobby problems. Yeah, that's what it must have been. Fubar, Zanzibar, and WM Metcalf round out the field. So then, I pose a question to you. Who's going to win the GTC Championship? Is it Baldy or Thunder?
Oh, you've put me on the spot here.
Yep.
I mean, I can't pick a winner. I mean, I probably don't. I've not seen the whole season from your perspective, I guess. So I'm going to question back to you and say who's going to win the GTC class.
Well, it's been to and fro between Baldy and Thunder. You know, there's been races because I mean, Baldy's only came to the championship. I think he missed the first couple of rounds. I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he did.
In which case, he might not have a drop score.
Yeah.
Thunder might. So who knows how that's going to play out?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I know he missed one race. I know he didn't make Blue Moon because that was the opener. I know his name wasn't down for that or thing, but I think that was only the one time he missed out. I might be wrong, but to pick a winner in the championship, I don't know. Do you know? I've kind of sat on the fence quite a lot, and I like sitting, so I'm going to sit back on that fence again. It's going to be tough between Furious, sorry, not Furious, Baldy and Thunder Pig. I think it's just basically who will come out, who will finish ahead is pretty much guaranteed the championship, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I've noticed that Baldy has been improving very rapidly over the last couple of weeks. Or the last month or so. So hopefully we can see some of that start to really take effect in this race. And yeah, who knows what's going to happen. It's ARC, anything can happen.
Well, here's a look then at this new driver, Emidriano, half a second faster than Dominguez on the pole, and again he must have passed the rookie test there. And I mean, if people want to get involved in this, there's a link in the description of the YouTube, on the live YouTube, and you know, if you want to get yourself involved or compete in maybe the BTCC and what have you, you know, if you see this for the first time or want to get involved in this, like I said, link in the description. They'll put you through a couple of rookie races, see if you're good enough to participate in ARC, and then you can race whenever you want. You can have a chat with the guys. It's a very friendly atmosphere in ARC. And hopefully we'll get to see you out on track and on stream very, very soon. I hope I've said that right. I'm so bad at explaining stuff.
No, I'm sure people understand. I'm sure people are raring
Not
to
in
put
my
that link
mind.
in the description.
Not in my mind,
I'm
definitely.
sure everyone's desperate to click that link. You know you are. Get in ARC, get racing with us.
Yeah.
You know you want to.
More track names as well be mentioned for like GT7. Bauman says he wants to see Sonoma come back.
Oh, that would be such a good track. That was one of my favourite tracks in Gran Turismo 4 that I used to play. I remember the old 2003, 2004 Audi prototype car. Back when they still had the open cockpits for the LMP cars, and I think it was one of the super license tests where you had to drive that around Sonoma, and it was brutal, but it was so much fun.
Law says Silverstone. Yeah, I forgot about Silverstone. That was in like
we've got to get
GT5.
back.
Was it GT5? Was it GT6?
I think
They had it on the PS3
as well. Yeah, they had it on GT6.
Yeah.
GT6 was so good for the track selections. I'm going to get a GT6 track list up and see what we've been missing all these years. Oh, goodness me. They need to get all the layouts for the Nürburgring back again, although I think that's licensing issues. Twin Ring Motegi.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's an oval, though.
Well, it's got a road course. It's got the full road course, the east and the west course as well, and it goes.
Yes.
It goes under the oval. Monaco was in Gran Turismo 3, 4, 5, and 6 as well.
Yeah. I don't think anyone would be racing around there.
Imagine if we got LMP1s to race around there.
Or even need a Tomahawk.
Yes. One thing we've forgotten, Daytona is coming back.
Ah, right, okay.
So I'm hoping we get the road course with that as well. I'm pretty sure we will get the road course, but at least we've got an oval. We can maybe do like a NASCAR series or something.
Oh, that would be quite nice as well. Or NASCAR done right too. That'd be beautiful. Have that back again.
Apricot Hill. Do you remember that one? That's one of the other ones I like. And Midfield Raceway. That was probably one of my favourites. The one where it goes through. It's sort of a figure of 8 truck, kind of like Suzuka is.
Oh yes, I mind that one. Yeah, that was good fun.
That was fantastic.
Metcalf says Silverstone, Bahrain and Coulter. Circuit de Americas was in GT, was it?
I don't think that was ever in Gran Turismo.
I don't think it was as well.
But Inman, surely you were a fetus when GT4 came out. I was 2 years old, 3 years old when GT4 came out.
Oh, Baba Inman.
3 or 4 years old. I played GT4 right up until 11 or 12. I was playing it, even when GT5 and 6 were out.
Right, so it looks like everyone is all good. No one looks like they've except for Goofy. Goofy didn't. He wasn't in it. Not unless he forgot to hit thingy in there. Look at them all like breaking up here. Look at that. That's gonna be a mess going into Parabolica. There we go. Someone's put something in the chat there. That will come up very soon. So it looks like all the other drivers are good to go. We're just waiting for Goofy just, to come back in. Don't forget, this is the last round of this championship. For the prototypes, they've got one set of softs to their name, as well as the PC drivers. The GT class will have 2 sets of softs to their name. And also, I do want to say an apology to, I think, was it Boris? Or was it Danik? I think it was apologies to Danik because I think I said something about he used the sets of softs in his last stint at Laguna Seca. It wasn't because it was only just you, wasn't it? It was only you that started on the softs. Everyone else was on mediums. So
Yes,
yeah, and
yeah.
because he made 2 pit stops, he went mediums, medium, soft, and I thought he went onto the softs after his pit stop. So apologies there to Danik for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you weren't really a naughty boy like Savvy made you out to be.
No, definitely not. Right, let's hope we got Goofy in here. There he is. There's Goofy. Looks like a lot of people going on the mediums. Looks like J-Boy's going for softs. Emidriano's going for softs in the GT class. So, again, well, out goes J-Boy, actually.
Tyre structure is going to be interesting at the start because if there's a disparity between what tyres you're on, especially in the GT class, if someone at the front starts on softs and the rest of them are on mediums, then they can pull away. And although they're going to have to be pretty quick about doing it because the medium runners can still tow the soft runners down the straight. So it's a gamble of whether you're going to be quick enough and be able to manage the softs well enough, get the most out of the softs to pull away and not let the medium runners get
also,
the toe off you.
This is exactly it was the same. It's the same sort of strategy what Stiggy did in the season 4 race because everyone else started on the medium tyres except for Stiggy because he started on the softs and he didn't pull away. Oh, you've left the room. Now, what's happened here?
I have. I've got the same issues as you with the timer not working and the camera's not working. So I'm just going to rejoin.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it fixed now. Mine's is fixed. I cleared my cache. And it must have worked then. Anyway, we're just keeping an eye out on the J-Boy because he has got a great chance to finish this championship in 2nd place. Again, hopefully points by that win at Brands Hatch that he did 2 or 3 weeks ago. So he'll be out in force there. Yeah, that's going to be very close there between J-Boy and Furious, because they've got a chance to finish 2nd place, and Merlin, it's out of his control because he's not in this.
Yeah, that's going to hurt his championship fight as well because he's going to get less points than everyone in this lobby.
So let's see if those slick tyres, it's not raining, the soft tyres will work on J-Boy as well. Oh, it looks like Emidriano is going on to the mediums now, so it looks like it's just going to be J-Boy the only one on softs. Now here we go then. There is Baldy, 2nd in the GTCs versus Thunderpig, who is back in his green car. I guess he's not racing in that Ferrari liveried BMW. I think, is he? Oh no, he is. My bad. No. It was okay because it was the onboard camera. Yeah, because I had the glitch, didn't it? So let's have a look at this new guy here then, the Cinnabox. Just in a plain black BMW. Midriano saying he's done a mistake there. It's the first time, but it's all right. Everyone makes mistakes. Nice of you, my mum. She thinks she's perfect all the time. What do you think the Cinnabox will do? Do you think he'll kind of rattle the championship battle with Baldy and Thunder?
So, I mean, he showed some very good pace in qualifying, and I mean,
well, not on my screen, he was on the pits all the time.
Wow, yeah. But yeah, he showed some decent pace in qualifying, so who knows? He could be right up there.
Oh, Julian is saying J-Boy has a drive-through penalty from last week. Oh, so that's gonna...
Ah, yes.
Oh, okay then. I didn't mention about the penalties too from Laguna Seca, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe that was from Brands Hatch for some contact with Merland that he should really have given the position back but didn't. So that's why he's got that drive-through penalty.
So there's then the new guy, the center box. So if I've said his gamer tag right, and he will be starting. What was it? Third on the grid in the GTCs, was it? Yeah, I think it was. And then there's a look then at WR Metcalf there. It's Inman furiously typing away. Is that you studying again?
No, I'm just seeing if I can explain.
No, you're trying to help out the new guy, yeah. Jerry Bear saying go Savvy. I was spectating you for a bit, Jerry. I don't know if you see that early in the stream. But here we go then. It's a race then. It's the final round of the championship, and this is how they will look. Hopefully it's not a stuck check though. Alex from Chucky, Goofy, Furious, J-Boy, Emiliano, Dominguez, Baldy, Thunderpig, the Cedar Box, Fubars, and Zebra, and Metcalf. That is your lineup. Yep, 1 hour and 30 seconds on the clock.
So 1 hour 30 seconds. That's a bit shorter than I remember.
Oh, it's quite short, isn't it? Yes, 90 minutes. Sorry. Oh, J-Boy getting the back of Goofy at the beginning. He's a eager beaver, basically. So the prototypes will get going, and then we have to wait for 15 seconds until the GT class gets underway. Oh, Zanzibar getting a little bit going, and now, there you go. That's fine. That's good.
Good stuff. So both classes underway. This is a formation lap, so they'll put the fuel mixtures to 6, save some fuel, weave the tyres, keep the tyres warm. And then I believe just before Parabolica they will line up in double file formation for our manual rolling start, and then Alex and Emiliano for the 2 packs will dictate the pace. That's their advantage, they can go whenever they like, and that will mark the start of the race.
I think that's been one of the most beneficial things, is having a rolling start, and I don't know why it took ALC that long to have a manual rolling start, because I think it's been a great addition to ARC, the manual rolling start. I do like it.
Yeah, well, it shows that we can organise things very well, and not only that, but it's just a good way to start a race. It's glitch free and it looks good. Yeah, I was watching the Lat commentating on the first ever manual rolling start.
Oh, Emiliano's left the room.
Oh dear.
Now, was that a lag issue now?
And Dominguez is off as well. He
thought...
seems to have no inputs.
Oh.
I'm not quite sure what's happened here.
Oh, Dominguez has left the room too.
I think this might be a restart.
Well, this... Oh, I mean, well, to be fair, this happened at Spa, didn't it? With Darth. But now we had 2 that have disconnected, so I don't know what's going to happen there.
I think this will be up to the lobby host for Alex. It doesn't look like he's going to restart.
Well, he's going into double foul formation. And they're just entering the Parabolica now, so I don't know if it'd be too late for them to restart them, because their race is going to get underway very soon. So It looks like the race could be going. I think Alex is going to keep on going, I think.
Yeah, looks like going.
Yeah, I think we will be,
it's unfortunate, but...
Yeah.
And there goes Alex.
And away he goes then. So the start of the final of this championship is underway. Alex followed by Chucky, and then it'll be Goofy, followed by Furious and J-Boy. As what Julian has got it. Yeah, he does. We're just seeing where the GT class is. They're just entering the Parabolica right now. As Alex has gone wide, he's gone off.
And Furious has gone wide. Goofy's gone wide as well.
They've all messed up at the Retafilio.
J-Boy's taken the lead now. He's capitalised off that.
Let's have a look at... I'm having a look at a replay with Alex here.
The GTCs are just about to get underway now. Baldy's...
Oh, he just mistimed his braking point.
So Baldy's dictating the pace for the GTCs.
Just saw a quick glimpse of the replay there that Alex mistimed his braking point into the Retafilio. So there we go then, the GTC... Yeah, Baldy's away.
Cinnabox has got a very, very good start. He's crucially for Baldy, he's got ahead of Thunderpig.
Dominguez in the chat there saying God there. I mean, well, I mean, you've won the championship, so I mean, it's not too big of an issue though. But I mean, it would be nice to see out there. Again, the stuff there being kicked up already out of the Retifilio because of the incidents in the PCs and in the P1s, which led to Hallex going down the second place. But in the GTC GTC class there, it looks like it's all relatively clean. Indeed, it was. But Charles is in the lead, followed by Hallex, and it's J-Boy who has to serve a drive-through. Is leading in the PC class there. Goofy in second. Furious in two. What happened in the PC? Oh, what's happened now? Oh,
Baldy's
carnage.
Hit by the Cinnabox. And Thunderpig's gone down to fourth. He went wide as well. Fubar's up into third.
Looking at the back then at Baldy. And there we go. To see the... Oh, Baldy just missed the apex.
And then he just got a little tap for good measure from the Cinnabox behind, but no one's off. Everyone's still in the same order, bar Thunder, who has dropped one position. So first and fourth for Baldy and Thunder. This is going Baldy's way at the moment.
Well, this was a carbon copy of what happened at Laguna Seca last week, because Thunder didn't get at all a good jump, and he fell down the pecking order, and then he worked his way back up there. Shout out as well though to Fubar. He's up there now in third in class. And then there you can see Thunder picked that red with the green livery on his car. Metcalf has got a half a second penalty, which he has to bear that before the parabolica, which he has done.
Now, crucially for Thunderpig, he's got to try and push up to Fubar and stay with this leading pack, because they're going to be helping each other, or they're going to be able to help each other.
But he's got a bit of a problem though, because here comes Zanzibar. He's going onto the inside up against the pit straight, and he's going to overtake Thunderpig. Into the Retifilio, Zanzibar. Amidrano has joined the room, but, you know, unfortunately, too late now to enter it now, unfortunately. But, yes, Zanzibar now up to fifth. Down to fifth, sorry.
This is not the start that Thunder would have wanted, and it's the exact start that Baldy would have wanted.
J-Boy has served his pit lane penalty, and he's back out on the track. He's got 10 seconds to catch up to Furious. Has he got a bit of a draft from Goofy? No, he doesn't, as they make their way out of Parabolica to start yet another lap. And there's yellow flags that's been waved. Someone has gone off. That might have been Fubar by the looks of it. Yep. Oh, he just lost the rear going into the second part of the what's the Rogier chicane, and just keeps the car back going again. And now he is in front of the leading of the P1 class, Charles and Hallex. And they just managed to get through, but Hallex is now all over the back of Charles as they're coming up into the Ascari chicane now. This is going to be tricky here, because they're going to get by some lap traffic. That's Metcalf, and Hallex looked it like he was going to fit. Decided to... I didn't know if he was going to try and show a bit of patience, but unfortunately, well, he didn't. Meanwhile, I just noticed that Thunderpig has now gone up into third in class, as they're just lapping both Zanzibar and Thunderpig. So who did we lose? Metcalf. Metcalf is down to 10th.
No, Fubar has lost it, I think. It looks like his lap time is way off the pace.
Yeah, we've seen him have a because he lost the rear in the Rogier chicane. But Metcalf was sitting, I think it was in third place at the time, so he's lost 2 places.
No, Fubar was up in third place.
So right, Fubar, yes, sorry. Yeah, my bad, yeah, Fubar it was. And we sat, yeah, yeah. Stupid me.
And now Thunder's going to be looking at Zanzibar again into the Della Roger chicane. It doesn't look like he's close enough just at the moment.
He must have passed Thunder back on the pit straight, like he did the previous lap.
But Baldy's starting to stretch his legs now. 0.6 second gap over to Cinnabox, who's got a 2 second gap over Zanzibar and Thunder. And Thunder's now getting held up by Zanzibar. So this is everything that Baldy could have wanted in this race.
You can see the top 4 there. Baldy, the Cinnabox, Zanzibar and Thunderpig 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have Metcalf in 5th and Fubar last in the class there after going off at turn 5. Meanwhile, back on the P1 class, Alex all over the back of Charles. He'll probably play like a bit of a strategy, maybe. Well, I don't know. Alex doesn't usually do strategy. He just goes all balls to the wall.
Have you ever known Alex to?
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah.
To sit behind.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Bit of dust being kicked up there from Charles, up against the pit straight then. And is he going for the pass? No, he's backing out a little bit.
Oh, that's a little bit naughty from Charles.
Really?
With the braking like that, yeah. You've got to leave a car's width. That was a little bit cheeky from Charles.
Just looking then at the PC class then, Goofy just making his way into the Ascari chicane, still leading the PC class. Furious there in 2nd, and J-Boy has gained a bit on Furious. It's now nearly down to 8 seconds. It was 10 after the pit stop penalty. But again, in the GT class, as you said there, Baldy has stretched his legs. 1.5 seconds he does have over the Cinderbox. Thunderpig has retaken the 3rd place in the class over Zanzibar. But the problem is he is about 3 seconds behind the leader Baldy.
Yeah, I'm just noticing J-Boy has started on the softs compared to Furious and Goofy are on the mediums. I think that's a very, very smart strategy from J-Boy.
Yeah,
he knew he was going to have to do a drive-through, so he's going to have some clean air. He's not going to get held up by Goofy and Furious. So why not put on a charge early and see if he can make up that gap again?
Well, Alex is into the lead of P1s, and he's already pulled up to nearly 1.5 seconds. Yeah, he's built a big gap. Now they're going to be catching up to the PCs, which they're into the 2nd chicane of this track. They're just entering into the Lesbos now, where they're going into the Rogier chicane. Well, the Curva Grande, really, this corner here. And again, Alex still starting to pull away, nearly 2 seconds.
Metcalf is all over the back of Zanzibar for 4th place in the GTCs. Looking into Parabolica, not quite close enough just yet. But he'll have a really, really good toe down the main straight.
Yeah, Zanzibar's lost an awful lot of ground there to Thunderpig, because you can see Thunderpig, he's just crossed the line now. Zanzibar's crossing the line now, and yeah, Metcalf, he struggled at Laguna Seca last week. He just wants to show why he's, worthy to be in this championship and try and get more points. Tries to make a lunge then, maybe into the Rettifilio. Is Zanzibar going to give him the room? No, he doesn't. He was still, still ahead at the time. There wasn't like an overlap for Metcalf to stick a nose in front of Zanzibar, so no change of position there. But see if he gets the run then into Curva Grande, into the Roggio. Looks like he is just about there. A little lift off the throttle badge there for Metcalf.
Yeah, and remember, this is a tight couple fight. Well, not a tight.
Oh, here he goes! He's gone for the move!
Oh, contact.
Yeah. And this track is also very sensitive when it comes to penalties too.
Yes, the orange curbs are not very nice to you in terms of giving out penalties, but that was not very smart from Metcalf. He rushed into that and he didn't need to, and he was too far back to make a lunge like that, I think.
Now the problem,
get his head down now and be patient, catch back up. But Fubar now is also in this fight for 3rd in the GTC standings with Metcalf and Zanzibar. He's now catching up as a result of all of that, and he's setting his best lap time so far.
Riding on board then with Fubar. If only he didn't make that mistake at the Roggio chicane, he'd be up there battling with the Cinderbox and Baldy. But it is what it is. But he's still got time though. There is still another 1 hour and 16 minutes to go.
And Thunder isn't really catching up to Cinderbox and Baldy. The gaps of the top 3 are sort of staying very stagnant at the moment. So Thunder's doing what he needs to do, but not quite enough at the moment. He needs to find that extra 10th or 2 a lap if he wants to really make a challenge against Baldy.
Meanwhile, the P1s are lapping the PC class now. As a then at Alex, I think that he's just trying to lap the Furious too. Yes, indeed it is. he will get a good toe off the straightaway with Furious. There he goes, just breezes by.
Charles might be held up a little bit in the first couple of turns, or he might just get away with it.
See how much he closes up on those PC guys. That is scary. I must be scary as a PC driver just to see a P1 driver just come right up behind you.
Yeah, you've got to be very confident that they know what they're doing, and luckily with Alex and Charles, they know what they're doing. So I think they'll take some comfort in that.
Tell you what, Thunderpick has caught up with the Cinderbox. He's in the toe now of him, so we could see a battle for second place developing. I wonder if
Thunder needs to clear him quickly, because the Cinderbox is already shown that he doesn't care about this type of fight. He's a newcomer. He wants to prove his worth. He's going to get involved in battles wherever he can. And there's less than half a second between him now. He's weaving to try and break the tie.
Yeah, that's not going to work when you've got an experienced driver like Thunderpig doing that.
I think this could be a move down into turn 1.
Although Thunderpig running a little wide out of Parabolica, so that's going to lose him maybe a 10th or 2. And again, the Sinner going on to pretty much the middle of the track there. So there could be a position change somewhat very soon between the Cinderbox and Thunderpig, and that would be all important for Thunderpig to get that championship points a bit more for the GTC championship. He is leading the way only by a slender 3 points over Baldy, who is still leading the race, and looks like he's not really pulling away that much though. I mean, it's 2.1 seconds, but I mean, it's obviously got to be difficult though when you're trying to pull away from another guy when you're basically in the same car, the same setup.
Yeah, exactly. It's purely about driver skill at the moment. At the moment, the gap between Baldy and Thunder is 2.3 seconds, when it was previously 3.2 seconds.
Now they've got a bit of a problem because Alex is catching them.
Yes.
Oh, dearie me! Alex there threading the eye of the needle. Now, is that going to help Thunderpig? No, I don't think it will do. Although, this could be a problem here for Alex because he's catching Baldy at the Ascari chicane.
And here comes Charles as well. He wants to pass.
He just manages to get by.
Oh my God!
And he's weaving.
Oh my God, Charles!
That was like pretty much like a carbon copy with you and him at Blue Moon.
Thunderpig is side by side.
Oh my God! Look how much you close up. Jeez!
That's not going to help Baldy.
Yeah, that gap is gone now. Baldy's gap to the Cinderbox is gone massively.
And this is why you've got to be smart about tackling traffic. You know, let them by if they're going to go by.
Thunderpig is saving fuel. He's short shifting as well.
Defending.
Yeah, defending then into the Retifilio, late braking into the first part there. Has he got an overlap?
To the outside.
He's got an overlap. He's passed him.
He's done it.
Oh, but he's going to let him by.
Oh,
he thought there was a bit of contact. No, I thought that was legit.
It was a little bit of door to door, but I thought it was quite all right.
Yeah, I thought that was fine.
Oh, well, what's Thunderpig done there?
And
now the gap's back to 3 seconds between him and Baldy.
Yeah.
He could have had an challenge early then. But I thought that move was all right.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought that was absolutely legit and fair. Yeah, there was a little contact, but he still had the position made for me.
I was watching on board and he had the overlap. All he had to do was drive away. Maybe he's thinking he doesn't want to get any unnecessary and that he can mount a challenge later. Maybe he's confident in his long run pace. Pace over 30 minutes, pace over 60 minutes, pace over 90 minutes. He just doesn't want to take any risks in this title fight.
Right, just to let you know, drop score points. It doesn't matter. You still won the championship anyways in the GT class race. So don't worry about it. You've got that championship covered before this race was even done. So, you know, no worries for you. Anyway, Thunderpig running a little wide out of Parabolica, but he is getting again close to the back of the Cinderbox. and then he'll probably short shift
Oh,
down the
Zanzibar's
pit straight.
got a penalty.
Oh, he has done, yeah.
Mascari, I would assume, and he's burning that on the main straight.
Yeah, that would have been. I think he would have maybe took turn 10, maybe shortcut that a bit too much there. Like I says, the penalty system is quite sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the long straights down here, you don't be getting penalties, because even if it's a half a second penalty, it's the whole straight you've lost 50 miles an hour or whatever it is. So it's not a half a second penalty anymore. So you really want to avoid it.
Goofy's just making his way past Metcalf and Fubar. And let's see what the J-Boys gap is down to Furious. 4.3 seconds now. So it was 10 seconds when he came out of having his drive-through penalty. So J-Boy's doing all right here. He's slowly but surely catching up to Furious, who may be stuck in a bit of traffic now, because he's just managed to get by Fubar before Lesmo won. And the problem is he's now going to be stuck behind, who's that in 10th again? My bad. Metcalf, going down the Cerro Raggio and then into Ascari. Oh, he's got to make it stick though, Furious, and he does, just about. Now, will that cost a little bit of time on Furious's part? No, it's gone up a teensy bit. And J-Boy will get a good tool here, actually.
Thunderpig's looking very close to the Cinnabox. He's come out of the Parabolica 3 tenths behind. He's going to look to make a move into turn 1. He's going to have a very good chance this time. Is the Cinnabox going to defend?
He's not going to defend. Isn't. No, he's not. He's pretty much gifting Thunderpig second place. So into the Retafilio. Thunder now going to second place. And now he's going to set his sights on Baldy. 2.5 seconds he's got.
Now looking at the fuel, the Cinnabox has used a lot more fuel, maybe like 10% more than Thunderpig. But Baldy has got a couple of percent more than Thunder, probably because Thunder's been trying to pass the Cinnabox, and Baldy's have got clean air, he can his corners perfectly and save a little bit more fuel. But no, Baldy and Fubar as well look to be the leaders in the fuel race for GTC. Moment there between Metcalf and I think that was Goofy. Metcalf went wide.
No, it was J-Boy.
Oh, was it?
We just caught that quite late. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was really close.
Everyone's still on the track though, so it's all good. Furious coming up to lap, I think that's Zanzibar again now. He's going to get held up here in Ascari.
Now will that help J-Boy gap down to 3.1 seconds. 2.9, and it's still coming down. Now Furious pulls out to the right side to get by and lap Zanzibar. But meanwhile, the P1 class are just going into Ascari. Well, they're just going into the Parabolica. So we could have a mess of cars coming very soon.
Yeah, everyone on the mini-map seems to be at the same place at the same time. So this might be our 4-class scrap, or 3-class scrap.
Yeah, with the demise of the new guy and Dominguez, yeah. Oh, and look at this now. The leader of the PC class thick in this battle with Thunderpig and the Cinnabox. Goofy got the PC championship under his belt, riding on board with Goofy. The gap is starting to close down between himself and Furious. 3.2 it is now, and Goofy has found a way by on Thunderpig, although he's mistimed the Roger chicane. Missed break there.
Oh, just in the box as well. Getting a very good run on Thunder.
And he was trying to pass at Lesmo 1, although Thunderpig just slightly hits the AstroTurf on the exit of Lesmo 1, now into Lesmo 2. And the Cinnabox could have made a pass there, but decided not to go for it. Now the P1s have caught up with the GTC cars. So this is going to be an absolute mess.
Furious trying to get past the Cinnabox and Thunderpig again.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to help Furious into Ascari. Thunderpig running a little wide, and that's going to allow J-Boy to catch up now. Let's see where he is. He's just coming out of turn 10 right now. What about the PC class then? They're just passing Zanzibar and Metcalf. Metcalf has counted up now to the back of Zanzibar, and he's going to get held up massively behind there, and it's going to allow Alex to pull away quite a lot now.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Charles. Catching him at just the wrong point.
Right, let's ride on board then with Alex, because he's got a boatload of cars to pass. There's J-Boy, then you got the Cinnabox, then you got Thunderpig, and then possibly as well just ahead is Furious. And the Cinnabox is going for a pass on Thunderpig, but he can't do a pass because Alex was going by the pair of them. It's all relatively fine there. Now Charles is going to have the difficult job of trying to get by the pair of them. I think, to be fair, Alex has been a bit lucky with these traffic and Charles hasn't.
Yeah, Charles has had a bit of a... Alex has had the rub of the green when it comes to traffic, and Charles is going to get blocked again. He's going to make it 3-1. Oh!
That was close.
Contact there, but I think that was a little bit of lag. But Charles is through, everyone's still on the track. On
my view, there wasn't lag. He just went by them, although very close. Yeah. But there was no contact on my end.
Here comes Furious trying to pass Baldy now.
Yeah, he's tucked up into the toe. But the problem is Charles. Well. He can't go anywhere to go. He's boxed in again. He'll be absolutely fuming. Look at the gap going up now, 7.8. It was about 5 seconds this lap alone. 8 seconds now.
Oh my goodness me!
And that's a horrible play. That was a horrible place to pass the cars when they were side by side, because that bit of the track is quite narrow.
Yeah, Charles has lost 3.5, 4 seconds after that. The gap's gone up to almost 9 seconds for the lead.
But what's that done though to Baldy and Thunderpig at 1 point? Oh no, 3.6, so it didn't really hurt Baldy that much. Yeah. But meanwhile, J-Boy has caught up now to the back of Furious. And he's getting a toe off the Baldy.
Is he going to try and make a dive? No, he's too far back.
Yeah, he's too far back. He's got to get a good run now out of the Rettifilio. If he can do that, put the power on early than Furious. Furious sliding the rear. Now this could be an opportunity for J-Boy to get by. Don't forget, J-Boy is on the softs. Furious is on the mediums.
J-Boy took a wide approach into turn 2 to try and get the accelerator out of turn 2, and now it looks like he's going to pull.
Oh, he's put a block on him! He's trying to put a block on him! Side by side into the Reggio, and J-Boy backed out quite a bit early, but I don't know if he'd be too happy with Furious doing a bit of a block on him.
I mean, I thought that was fine. It was just a slow move over to the left. You can make a move as fast or slow as you want, as long as they don't have overlap. And he left the cars with the space, so... But it looks like he's got a better run now, coming down into Ascari. Again, all of this
Furious defensive. Furious is going defensive. He's parking on the left side of the track. J-Boy backed out of it as Furious went back on the racing line.
Furious is going to take a bit of an interest. Oh.
J-Boy lost the rear then.
Furious is going to take a bit of an interest in blocking J-Boy here to get her chances as Charles comes into the pits with no fuel.
Wow, so yeah, Charles must be on the ragged edge then. 30 minutes done though. So yeah, there we go. So Charles will probably go on for another set of mediums, I reckon. He probably might use the same set of mediums. I don't think tyre wear would be an issue around here, wouldn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's going to change onto another set, because especially with the P1s having so much reliance on downforce, and yeah, we have gone onto another set. I think Charles would have been hopeful that he could have made it a little bit longer on that fuel tank, and now he's going to have problems.
He's going to have huge problems because he's back behind the Cinnabox and Thunderpig. And Thunderpig runs a little wide in the first part of the Rettifilio. Charles, yet again, getting held up. Just gets by him now. But what is the Cinebox? Has he got to run now as Metcalf also comes into the pits? The Cinebox not really making an attempt to pass Thunderpig. He's just happy just to sit behind him.
Yeah, he was off the throttle. He's looking to probably save some fuel because he's running very, very, very low on fuel compared to Thunder and Baldy for that matter.
Alex is in. Leader is in. So we've had 3 drivers that have made a pit stop. We've lost someone, I think. No, we haven't. No, sorry. Foodbar's now up into 4th place then. So he's gone by Zanzibar. Not unless if Zanzibar's made a pit stop as well. Because he's 22 seconds. Zanzibar's not made a pit stop.
He has made a pit stop.
Oh, he has. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So what's Alex going to do? Charles has gone on to a new set of mediums. Alex, I would assume, going on to a set of mediums again. Yep, new set of mediums. So it's even Stevens for the P1s. But Alex is at the end of the main straight when Charles is just at the start.
Oh, what to say, it was very close to the back of Thunder at Parabolica. So we've got an hour to go then. We'll give you then a rundown. After 30 minutes, Alex has just come out of the pits. He leads the way by 12 seconds over Chucky, who looks like he was just trying to get by J-Boy.
J-Boy just gave him a little hurry up at the back.
I think, yeah.
A little bit of contact.
Charles has not had any luck in terms of lap traffic. I have to say, he really, really hasn't.
The Cinebox is in. What's he going to do in terms of tyres?
He should go to softs, because I hope he knows the rules that the GT drivers has 2 sets of softs. I hope so.
Yeah. We'll have to have a look.
He could go for the undercut and come out ahead of Thunderpig. It just depends how much fuel he'll put in the car. Let's see what he'll do. He's gone on the softs, but he's gone the whole hog. And he's going to come out just ahead of Zanzibar by the looks of it. So
this is very, very good for the Cinebox now because he's going to get the undercut on Thunder.
And more importantly, he's got clean air too. He doesn't have anyone just ahead of him.
Exactly. No traffic to contend with at the moment. And Baldy's going to love this because there's a very, very good chance. I mean, the Cinebox came into the pits and he was just on the tail of Thunder. So Thunder may come out behind the Cinebox and get held up for this title fight. Baldy is still pulling away. 4.5 seconds now is the gap for the lead of the GTC class.
Again, Baldy has yet to make his first pit stop. Neither does Thunderpig, and neither has Foodbar. He's 30 seconds down the road of Thunder, but he's still now, well, he's now into 3rd place in class because of the Cinebox and Zebra and Metcalf all making a pit stop. There is Metcalf down there, running in 6th place of the GT class, C class, sorry. And who is that just making his way out of the Lesmo, going into Lesmo? And that's the leader, Alex, and he's gone up now to 13 seconds. Ahead of Charles. Goofy's still leading in the PC class, but he's yet to make a pit stop. Neither is Furious or J-Boy. And J-Boy is losing ground now on Furious, even though he is on the faster tyres. Thunderpig staying out and doing another lap. Do you think he should have done the undercut and maybe just paid the lap later than what the Cinebox did? Or do you think the Cinebox will probably come out ahead?
It depends if the Cinebox can put in some solid laps in these next couple of laps, put in some qualifying grade laps. But the Cinebox had to come in earlier because he had to refuel. Thunderpig and Baldy are able to go that couple of laps longer without refueling. So come the end of the race, they might be able to put in a little bit less than the Cinebox and come out ahead of him once again.
Gap's coming down now, 3.9. You did say it was about 4.5, so Baldy's made a mistake on this lap, or the last lap, for that gap to come down, and it's still coming down ever so slightly. And again, don't forget, it's these two that we're mostly looking at because this is the last battle for the championship. It's the only championship that's on the line now. P1 sorted, the PC sorted, the GTs are sorted. It's just down to this one for the GTCs between Baldy and Thunder. And I mean, it's basically it's been these two the whole season, hasn't it? It's always been them two, first or second.
Yeah, they've just been at each other's throats by the sounds of it, back and forth, and now this is where it counts.
And there's only 3 points separating them, including the drop score. As Thunder's into, he makes the call. Now where is the Cinnabox? Yeah, Baldy stays out. Yeah. Now the Cinnabox is goodness. He puts a block on our leader Alex. Now he's just halfway through entering the Parabolica, so.
Few bars in as well.
Yeah, 3 bars in. So that means Baldy is yet to make a pit stop in the GTCs. Now I'm intrigued to see where Thunderpig is going to come out. Does he come out just ahead of the Cinnabox, or will he come out behind? The only problem is he's only 4.2 behind, ahead of Zanzibar. Now Thunderpig's gone onto the softs. Has he come out ahead? Here he comes. The Cinnabox is ahead.
No. And that's the undercut played out perfectly by the Cinnabox.
I just felt that Thunderpig stayed out 1 lap too late though.
Yeah, but he's got that.
He's got the fresher tyres though. He does, yeah.
Well, Thunder has got a full tank of fuel, and the Cinnabox is almost down to 85% now. So he's gonna have to fill up to a full tank on this second pit stop. Oh,
he's lost it! He's lost it! Oh, catastrophe!
He outbroke himself, and I think he went onto the grass to try and avoid hitting the Cinnabox, and he's put himself around.
Oh, he did, yeah. Oh, disaster for Thunderpig. And Zanzibar's through too, so... Oh no, Zanzibar's up at the 2nd place. So did something happen to the Cinnabox? What happened? Oh, he went off. He went off at Lesbo too. Because Charles was trying to get by. And Zanzibar says, thank you, I'll take 2nd in class as Baldy one makes his pit stop now.
Zanzibar's running quite low on fuel. Did he pit ages ago? He did pit quite a while ago, didn't he?
He must have been the first one to pit then.
He might have to do a 3-stop, because he's using a lot of fuel to be able to do the 2-stop.
And what tyres is he on now? Because he did start on the mediums. What tyres is...
He's on warm mediums. It doesn't look like he's changed tyres.
Oh, he's going to stay out. Yeah, well, he's still got pretty...
No one's going to overtake him.
No. And there he is. Just seen him in shot there. And there he is. And he's got no one behind him, no one in front of him, and he can just stretch his legs even more. But again,
he's got a 10-second gap to the Cinnabox, 11-second gap to Thunder now. Oh, the
Cinnabox up again!
He's lit up the rear tyres by the looks of it. Smashes some cones for good measure.
Here's a replay. So into the Rettifilio. First part is fine. Clips the sausage curb, put the power on, and lost the rear, like you said. Yeah, you don't want to be hitting the sausage curbs around here. They are quite savage. Yeah, and I think it's lost them a ton of momentum here, because that was a bit scrappy through that there, through Roger chicane as well. So it's starting to become a little bit broken out this in the box, but you know, he's done a fine job so far.
He's showed that he's got some very, very good pace in him. He's just maybe not quite got the consistency around here just yet.
So that's now allowed Thunderpig into 3rd place, which that could be a drop score, because I don't recall him finishing down 3rd in all of the GTC races. But like he says though, Zanzibar's going to have to pit soon.
Well, let's have a look at the GTC.
Yeah, if you could do like a live points thing, that'd be quite nice. We'll just keep a rundown then of how the car position stood then. But 52 minutes to go. Alex still leads the way over Charles, but the gap though 16 seconds. That's because Charles has been really unlucky with some lap traffic. Goofy there having a good battle there. Still the PC drivers have yet to make a pit stop. They're still out on track. They're still Goofy's still leading. Furious in 2nd, who's now pulled out to just over a 2.1 second advantage then over J-Boy. And then in the GTCs, that's what we're really mainly looking at. Baldy one still leads the way, but the gap now up to 7.4 seconds over Zanzibar. But it looks like he's going to be pitting quite soon. And then Thunderpig in 3rd, the Cinnabox in 4th, Fubar in 5th, and WR Metcalf in 6th. And we had 2 retirements. Unfortunately, both of them lagged out, and it was both of the GT classes, both Dominguez and the Greek driver that I've completely forgot what his name was.
Emidriano.
Emidriano, that's the one. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the drop scores, and I believe
there's only 3 points.
We've hyped this up a little more than it's probably worth, because Baldy has a drop score of 0. Thunder has a drop score of 16 because his lowest finish was 3rd, but he's attended all the races, I believe. So theoretically, as it stands at the moment, Baldy would be on... my brain can't do maths. It really, really
hang
can't.
Hang on a second. Right, hold on. Let me...
121 at the moment, and Thunder would be on 104. So 121 to 104. So really, Baldy needs to make an absolute mare of this last 50 minutes of this race to lose the championship.
Baldy on 124.
121.
I thought it was 22 for a win. Oh, Metcalf running a bit wide out of Parabolica. I thought it was 22 for a win. That put Baldy on 107.
No, because Baldy has got a drop score of 0.
Well, it says here points total 85, drop score total 85. So, yeah.
Right, no, he's on 99 for both. 99 points total, 99 drop score.
Anyway, the PC class have come into the pits. In fact, all 3 of them have gone into the pits at the same time.
Goofy's only half the tank.
Full. I just noticed they're not.
And he's not changed tyres. He's done a splash and go.
And again, another problem is Charles is just coming out behind him.
J-Boy's filled up to 78.
But is he still in the same set of softs, or has he gone to mediums?
He's gone to mediums.
Okay.
This is, I think what J-Boy is doing is he's going to come in for a second stop later down the road and stick with the same set of mediums. And I think what Goofy's going to do is switch to the softs in about 20 minutes time. So they're all going to be committing to the... And same with Furious as well. They're all committing to the 2-stop because they haven't managed to save enough fuel to do the 1-stop like the other classes.
But you said J-Boy was on... J-Boy's on what, 71? Was it 71% or something?
Yeah, he's on about 75 now, so he can probably go half an hour, maybe, but they're all going to have to stop again because they haven't managed to save enough fuel to go for the 1-stop.
I mean, if I would have been J-Boy, I would have fueled all the way to the top and maybe just go for that 1-stop. I would have thought.
That would have been probably the smarter choice.
Yeah, it would have been.
So everyone else is going to have to... J-Boy can just sweep through with no pit loss and potentially fight for victory.
And also get second place in the championship.
Yeah, exactly. Thunderpig is closing up to Baldy. He's gained sort of 2 or 3 seconds already on these soft tyres.
In fact, Thunderpig has actually gone by Zanzibar too in the process. Yeah, I think J-Boy kind of missed a trick there. Oh, no mistake there for Zanzibar. Oh, and again, he's gone off again wide off at Lesbo too. Now, was that going to allow the centre box to go by? Just kind of lost the rear and so through back into 3rd. Now goes the centre box. Now, you see in the background there, here comes Fubar, and he's going to come up in the harding.
And he's got one of the P1s. I think that's Charles.
That's Charles, the unlucky guy.
Yeah. But for all this lack of luck in the first half of the race, maybe he'll get the rub of the green of traffic in the second half, although he's stuck behind Zanzibar now.
Probably not yet, though. Not just now.
Maybe in a couple of laps' time.
Yes.
Thunderpig is gap to Baldy ever so much. But I think with the drop scores, Baldy is gonna pretty much win the championship by quite a margin. And I think he would have to drop to the back of the field for Thunderpig to be able to win the championship.
Blue flag's being waved there to Thunderpig. That'll be Charles trying to get lap him again. Just saw Zanzibar making his second pit stop, I think it is.
Yes, he'll probably move on to the softs now.
There goes Charles, right on board. Thunder.
He's done 2 stops in half the race distance, so he's going to have to do a 3rd pit stop. And he's on a fresh set of softs.
Charles absolutely slinging it at the chicane at 10, 4 and 5. Holy moly. Oh, we hit the sausage curb and lost the rear, and I tell you what, that was well held from Chucky.
Well, that's lost him time as well, because he's now lost even more time. He was 18 seconds, now he's 19 and a half behind.
And he's going to lose a bit more time because he's just trying to lap the leader in the GTC class in Baldy. No, he shouldn't be. No, he's not going to lose too much time on him.
Yeah, see, he's got the rugby green there.
For now.
8 seconds now between Baldy and Thunder. The gap's closing all the time.
And the gap's closing from Thunder, from the Sinners closing too. So
we've seen this from Baldy and Thunder, this back and forth between the different compounds. Baldy seems to have the edge on the medium tyres, but seems to struggle on the softer tyres.
Yeah, you can see the gap coming down now to less than a second. Less than 8 seconds there. Hopefully the Baldy One fan club is on tenterhooks, seeing that gap just slowly disintegrate, little by little.
Oh, but Thunderpig's gone wide at turn 1.
And he's lost about a second alone doing that mistake, because it's got back up to 8.6. It was down to about 7.7 odd.
He can't be doing those mistakes if he wants to catch back up to Baldy.
And the Sinners also closed up too, because that was less than 4 seconds now. There goes Zanzibar. He's just come out of the track now to do another lap after making his second pit stop. Zanzibar a little bit struggling around this Monza track, but you know, he has shown good pace throughout this championship. You can see him battling a lot at Autopolis. He had a good race in that there too, battling with the likes of Garnell, and I think it was Fubar as well too. And there is Fubar. Sitting in 4th place. What's the gap then now between J-Boy to Furious? 7.6. It was about 9 seconds at first, so J-Boy looks like he's closing the gap again.
A little bit.
But I just felt he could have fueled all the way up to the top there and just did a one-stop.
Yeah, that probably would have been the smarter ploy, because if he's got at least 50% more fuel than Furious, and he's still catching him on the same tyres, so he's got the pace to win this race. And Furious goes off the track.
That'll be on the exit of Ascari.
Oh, that was a hair-raising moment there.
Here we go, let's have a look.
Sure, he doesn't want too many of them.
Oh, just car never looked like he wanted to steer out of this the last part of Ascari at turn 10. Didn't lose too much time though, to ahead of J-Boy. Maybe lost half a second at least at that. Now it looks like there's some GTC drivers just ahead of him. That is Metcalf that we're looking just ahead into the Rettifilio. There is Goofy, who's just got out of the Rettifilio chicane. So this race has become a little bit of a lull now, because there's not really any close battling out here. So again, Halleck's gap now up to 20 seconds. What is the real, like the closest battle that we have out on the track at the moment? Not really. It's nothing really. Closest gap is about 6 seconds. Yeah, this race has gone to a bit of a lull.
I think the talking point is how quickly Thunder is catching Baldy. He's back down to 7 seconds and he's setting personal best lap times.
Like what is Baldy's times doing compared to Thunder's?
So the last 3 laps from Baldy have been a 51.1, a 50.9 and a 50.6 compared to Thunder's 49.9, 50.7, 50.3.
I'm just wondering
I'm
wondering if Baldy is still like maybe short shifting, or because to me I don't think Thunderpig is short shifting now. He's just going balls to the walls kind of stuff to close up to Baldy.
Yeah, it looks like it. 6.3 seconds. He's catching rapidly. Baldy's going to have to come up with a response here.
Oh, not unless if Baldy is genuinely struggling with the tyres. I want to ride on board with Baldy, see if he is short shifting.
Yeah, halfway.
Yeah. So maybe Baldy's got a bit of a strategy there. Maybe he's not too concerned that the gap is slowly coming down. Maybe he's got something in his mind or something strategic.
Less than 6 seconds now, 5.5. Thunder's coming.
What about fuel-wise? How much has Baldy got to Thunderpig?
I mean, it's a matter of 1 or 2%, but Baldy's looking a little bit better on fuel.
And again, the Cinderbox has really dropped back now, 8.2 behind Thunderpig. It was about 3.5 when Thunderpig made that little mistake in the Retifilio a couple of laps ago. So the Cinderbox has made a couple of mistakes alone, lost a little bit of momentum. Hopefully he'll gain that back again, but still he's sitting at a podium spot in the GTC class. I think he'll take that, being his first actual ARC race, and he's beaten the likes of experienced racers in Fubar and Metcalf, who's been in this championship a lot and he's also been in previous championships before. So I mean, the Cinderbox should be quite happy with how it's going for him.
Yeah, he's brought some stellar pace. I mean, his 50.3, which is rivaling. I mean, that's 0.3 faster than Baldy's fastest lap, although Baldy is conserving just a little bit by the looks of it.
And I think, as also to my knowledge too, that he is the first Portuguese driver in an ARC. I don't recall another one.
Yeah, he should be very, very happy with his performance today. He's mixing it up with the big lads.
Blue flags being shown to him. That would be because Goofy's just going by. Let's have a look at the gap then between Furious to J-Boy. It's down to 6 point odd, and again Furious nearly losing the rear out of Retifilio. Now he's trying to get into the toe of Fubar, who's sitting 4th in the class. 38 minutes to go. Halleck still leads the way in the PC class. Then it's Charles, then Goofy, Furious and J-Boy in the PC class. But all our eyes, as main attention, is the GTCs, as there is only just 3 points separating the top 3 as Furious goes a little bit off after hitting the sausage curb a bit too hard out of 4 and 5, and there is J-Boy sliding the rears up in the background. And again, Charles is catching up with both Furious and Fubar at the worst part of the track again. Oh, they're going to be 3 abreast. Oh, hello.
Oh my word. Well done, Charles, for keeping that alive.
I want to ride on board with Furious because he was the meat in the middle of all that. So going into Lesmo 2, looking at the back then, here comes Charles. Passes to Furious on there. And then there goes Charles. He has lost a little bit of ground now, down to J-Boy, down to less than 6 seconds. Now, what's the gap there between Baldy to Thunderpig? 5.4. Do you think Baldy's starting to go for it now, or is he still conserving?
I think there's a response coming from Baldy. He knows that Thunder is starting to ramp up his challenge, and he's responding. He's, the last lap, he was 0.8 slower than Thunder, but this lap he's matched him. So the response has come. I'm just interested to see the PC class and what they're doing with fuel, because J-Boy has got so much fuel to spare. And Goofy looks like he's really bad on the tyres.
If that's the case, if he's really bad on tyres, I'm guessing he hadn't changed tyres when he's made that pit stop.
I think he did, but he's got marginally more, well, a lot more tyre wear than the likes of Furious and J-Boy. But J-Boy doesn't have a set of softs available to him. The other two do. Furious and Goofy do.
And the only problem now is for J-Boy is the fact that Furious and Goofy still have a set of softs in their arsenal when they make their last pit stop. So J-Boy needs to get going here, and the gap is closing to Furious, 3.2 seconds. Furious did have a little bit of a problem trying to get by the centre box, though. Again, the gap ever so coming down.
Thunder's now 3.7 behind Baldy.
Well, Baldy must have made a mistake alone. He's lost 1.7
seconds off.
Yeah, it was around about 1.7 off.
Thunder can see him. Baldy can see Thunder in his mirrors.
And if Thunder Pig can overtake Baldy, would that mean Thunder Pig will be the champion?
No, I think Baldy would have to fall a little bit further down because, as I say, Baldy has got that drop score of 0 and Thunder's got a drop score of 16. So I think the battle for the win is going to be a battle of pride. But yeah, Baldy would have to fall way down the order to lose the championship now. Less than 3 seconds between them.
Metcalf comes in to make his second pit stop, and he will possibly put on a new set of softs. He's already used one. Looks like he's got to fuel all the way to the top, but I think by my reckoning, he's got to do some fuel saving. 34 minutes to go, and he's done 2 pit stops. Yeah, I think he's going to have to fuel save for the next 4 minutes or so.
Furious will be coming in this lap as well. He's got no fuel left in the tank. Goofy can probably go a lap or 2 more. J-Boy can go 15-20 minutes longer. And he's going to have to fuel less in his pit stop, so he might be able to get ahead of Furious and start catching up to Goofy. Or maybe try and defend from Furious on his soft tyres.
So let's see if Furious will come into the pit lane. Looks like he's taken a tighter line in, and indeed he does. So Furious is the first to pit to do his second pit stop. Yeah, actually on fumes he is. So J-Boy now moves up to second. And this will be, I'm guessing, Furious' last pit stop, and he will put on a new set of softs. So now J-Boy's captain Goofy 11 seconds. What's it now? What's that to Thunder Pig to Baldy, was it?
2.5 seconds, yeah. 2.5 seconds between Baldy and Thunder now. The charge is coming. And Baldy seems to be just not... He doesn't have the pace anymore at the moment, whereas Thunder has consistently got that pace. You know, he's got a 50.0, 50.1, a 50.0, whereas Baldy is doing 50.8, 50.6, 50.9.
Now Goofy's trying to get a toe off of Thunder.
Oh, Metcalf's off the track at Parabolica.
Oh, there he is, yeah. Let's see, Charles has just come into the pit lane. Now, who was he trying to... Oh, it was Charles. Was he just trying to move out the way from Charles? I think he just mistimed his braking, really. And just went careering off into the Parabolica, as you said there. I think I got a little bit phased there with Charles just catching up to him in a hurry. Speaking of which, like I said, Charles is into the pit lane to make his second and last pit stop, which will go into a set of softs, I reckon. Only up to 65% of fuel. Goofy's in now. So that will put J-Boy effectively into the lead of the PC class.
And Furious is going to have a lap on soft tyres, so he's going to get a bit of an undercut on Goofy.
Although there was a bit of a gap though between Goofy to Furious. It was about 6 seconds. I think it was like 6-7 seconds. So he may come out ahead of Furious. The centre box comes in, as well as the leader Alex. Now where is Furious? He's just coming out of Parabolica. So yeah, Goofy's going to come out way ahead of Furious. But where is J-Boy? He's just going into the Rogier chicane. And Goofy is just coming in the middle of the Rettifilio. So the gap says there 25 seconds, but give it a lap or so. Then you'll see what what the gap is then between J-Boy to Goofy, because it won't be 25 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to start hunting J-Boy down on the soft tyres, and J-Boy still has to pit, but he can't put the softs on. He's got to use the mediums, but he will have less time waiting in the pits for fuel. So that effectively is an undercut.
And don't forget though, J-Boy, Furious and Merlin were battling for second place in the championship. Merlin's not in the show, so it's effectively J-Boy or Furious. Basically, whoever finishes ahead of one another, and that's second place in the bag for them.
Indeed, it's very close between the PCs. It's also very close between the leaders of the GTCs now, with Thunder being less than 2 seconds behind Baldy. Last laps, Baldy 51.0. Thunder 50.4, 6/10 out of him on that last lap. It's 6 or 7 tenths a lap.
J-Boy's in. Now it's going to be interesting to see where he will come out. Will he come out ahead of Furious? He won't come out ahead of Goofy. I don't think so.
I'm surprised he's pit this early, and they're not doing anything to his car.
Just putting more fuel in. 84%. I think that's way too much, J-Boy. He may come out just ahead of a Goofy. Where is he?
Yeah, he's coming ahead of Goofy.
He's come out ahead of Goofy, but I don't think he needed to put that much fuel in the car. I don't think.
Well, better to be safe than sorry. He's got the least, all three. Furious has got more fuel. Goofy's got more fuel. Now 1.5 seconds. He is ahead of Goofy, and Goofy's got the soft tyres, which are going to wear out reasonably quickly compared to the mediums, but J-Boy has to defend for his absolute life for 28 minutes if he wants this win.
In fairness though, he's not battling with Goofy in terms of championship. He's basically battling ahead of Furious, so that's about 10 seconds he's got over Furious. So J-Boy, if he would do some smartness here, he could just let Goofy go ahead, but stay in second place, barring if he doesn't make any mistakes, and he's got second place in the championship guaranteed.
Exactly, he's got to think about how he's going to approach this battle, and it'll be interesting to see if he starts battling, if he starts defending, or whether he just lets Goofy go by.
Mermaid's in the chat. Hello Mermaid, how you doing? Chat's been quite quiet actually. Got 8 people watching, 5 thumbs up, which is good. I want to see more subscribers still, because unfortunately we are losing a couple, which is quite sad. But yeah, it looks like the battle for the PC class is going on. And J-Boy, what? That's a different line from J-Boy. Was he trying to fake Goofy by making another pit stop?
I think he may have been trying the old pit manoeuvre, but Goofy's way too far back to fall for that.
Fubar is in, so that will be his second and final pit stop, which he should go into a set of softs. Now again the gap coming.
Very, very close battles now. Half a second between J-Boy and Goofy. 1 second, 1.2 seconds between Baldy and Thunder on the same tyres, and they're going to be coming into the pits this lap. Baldy maybe staying out one more.
Charles is unlucky again. He's caught Zanzibar at the Rettifilio. Pulls out a bit to the left to try and get by Zanzibar, who's now third in the GTC class, but I feel that he has to pit again. And look at the gap as well from Baldy to Thunderpig to Zanzibar. Nearly 50 seconds. That's how far out Baldy and Thunder has been, the standout drivers in this class.
Yeah, they're just in a... I mean, you've got GTC A and GTC B at the moment.
Pretty much. I mean, no disrespect to Zanzibar, the Cinebox, and Fubar. It's just Baldy and Thunder are just stealing the show in this class.
Although they do have to both pit, which they are coming in to do now.
Oh, they're coming in together. Yes, indeed, they are. That could be quite crucial there. Baldy's got more fuel than Thunder, so Baldy can pull out just a little bit ahead than Thunder Pig. It's just a case of
25 minutes left. There's only 25 minutes left, so they don't have to fuel to the top. So it's going to be who's going to be brave enough to change their fuel. I think Thunder's going to go light on the fuel to try and get up to the back of Baldy, or even get ahead of him coming out of the pits. Baldy's on 96. Thunder's on 100.
on 100.
So they can now both push.
Charles coming out. He just gets by Baldy. Now, what's the gap then? Up to 2.7 seconds. So it's a little bit of an improvement though for Baldy, but he's got to go now. I think he's going to start going now. I think that strategy, that first strategy, well, that first pit stop, maybe that was like a strategy him trying to save as much fuel as he can before making the stop, and then he noticed that Thunder Pig was coming close. But we'll see. I don't know if Baldy is legitimately struggling on those set of softs compared to Thunder Pig, who is flying on those softs, and he's still closing the gap up too.
Meanwhile, in PC, Goofy has got the lead past J-Boy, and he's now 2 seconds ahead. There's now a 6.5 second gap back from J-Boy to the Furious 2.
Mermaid's asking how you been.
We're doing very well, thank you, Mermaid. I hope your 16-hour workday wasn't too painful.
I thought it'd be go-karting then, but no, I don't think he wasn't he? And again, Charles stuck behind J-Boy as he into the parabolica, and that was a hair-raising moment there. But again, J-Boy, the gap's coming down with J-Boy's Furious, 5.4 seconds after that little moment, and it's coming down even more, less than 5 seconds now. So battle for second place in the race, battle for second place in the championship could be ensuing within the next 5 laps or so, because Furious is coming.
Yeah, and he's got the soft tyres. J-Boy has got worn mediums.
Battle then for 9th place overall. Fubar versus the Cinebox. It's right on board with the rookie as they're making their way in the parabolica. Fubar sitting 4th, the Cinebox in 5th. Fubar having an interesting line there. Didn't like to swing the car out wide out of the parabolica. Hugged the inside line.
Yeah,
and
sometimes if you've got the grip, you can just stay to the inside, get a better run. Fubar's moving to the right, moving to the middle of the track.
I don't think he really needed to defend there, because the Cinebox was about 3 or so car lengths back then. Well, maybe...
Yeah, it's quite an early defence. Maybe just showing box that I'm willing to defend. You're not getting past me, son.
Let's ride on board then with a lap around with the Cinebox, battling with Fubar in 3rd position. Now into 4 and 5. Don't hit the sausage curbs quite aggressively. Fubar took that nice and perfect. Into Lesmo 1, and then out of that corner, now into Lesmo 2. Get the run off of there, now onto the Cerro straight away, and see if he can get closer to Fubar. He's still within the 2 of them. The Cinebox, they're backing off a bit early. I think he's trying to save fuel. Now, what's going on then at the Rettifilio? Because there's a bit of mess that's going on now. And that is J-Boy and Goofy, and that'll be Hallex just ahead of them. Oh no, sorry, that's not it.
Yeah, Goofy's lost time. He's lost a lot of time.
done like over an hour's worth of racing, and the top, well, the 3 PC drivers are all separated by just 7 seconds. Again, Goofy confirmed as a championship. But it's really this battle for second place that we have to look at now. Furious and J-Boy, because that gap is coming down. Again, this is a golden opportunity for both J-Boy and Furious, with the likes of Merlin not making this race. Well, in the Lobby B race, so he's going to drop scores here. Now then, J-Boy being stuck behind, I think that is Metcalf.
Oh, he's losing it a little bit. That was a bit squirrely through Ascari 3 there. And get Furious now 1 second behind.
He's going to be in the toe when he comes out of the Parabolica, I reckon. Sliding the rear there, it was like a drifter there. That was well, yeah. And J-Boy, yeah. And now he's getting really held up behind Metcalf.
He's using Metcalf's slipstream.
He could get a double toe here.
Big BMW.
Here we go then, J-Boy's got to defend.
Yeah.
Still riding on board with Furious then, 20 minutes to go.
J-Boy breaking the slip early. Furious not following. Looks at the moment like he's going to move down into probably Ascari is the next place he can probably set a move. So he's got to get these corners right. He's got to get the Lesmos right.
Oh, Metcalf nearly ran into the back of Furious, I reckon. Bit of gravel being kicked up from one of them. Was that J-Boy?
That was J-Boy getting a little bit wide. Furious, perfect Lesmo 1.
He's got to get Lesmo 2 right here, I reckon.
Beautiful.
It looks like J-Boy's slowly pulling away.
He's weaving to break the toe, and it's kind of worked a little bit. Furious only just getting the benefit of the toe now.
Another one to deal with is when you're close enough to the back of another car, you've got to fight that dirty air, the turbulent air, so you've got to be putting a little bit more steering input to the guy that's just ahead of you, don't you? I think, isn't it? Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to be getting some dirty air about this far back. Dirty air through the corners, but then slipstream down the straights. So he can,
got to get Parabolica right here.
He can take advantage of using slightly different lines through the corners to try and mitigate that. But now, really good run onto the main straight, and it looks like he's going to turn 1. J-Boy defending to the right.
Yeah, he's going defensive. He's going onto the middle. No, he's going to go onto the braking line. Is he going to give it? He's going to give them the room, isn't he? Is he going to give them the pass? Into the Rettifilio, late braking then into turn 1 and 2. J-Boy kind of messed up the first part, kept it going. Oh, I tell you what, this is going to be good to watch here now. We'll keep an eye out here. J-Boy touching the grass then going into the Curva Grande.
J-Boy doing a grand job so far. 10 minutes he's managed to defend from Furious as he's sort of caught up.
Oh, Furious is trying to fake a move on J-Boy, try and force a mistake from him, which it might have worked there because it looks like J-Boy didn't get a good run in the middle of the Rogier chicane. These two are battling for second place in the championship. Into Lesbo 1. I think Furious was a bit too kind there to J-Boy. I don't think that's really an overtaken opportunity. He's got to get a good run now out of Lesbo 2 if he can get the run. Bit of spillage of tyres.
Meanwhile, 3 tenths now between Baldy and Thunder.
And again, Baldy will have the championship wrapped up if Thunder Pig still goes ahead of him. According to Inman's calculations, which I hope it's right.
I hope it's right, otherwise I'm going to look stupid, aren't I? J-Boy on the grass, on the middle of the straight. He's going to have to defend now. He doesn't.
No, I don't think. No, he doesn't. I think he's keeping the position up. So into the Parabolica, side by side into the Parabolica, and Furious is in the second place. And it's that second place in the championship guaranteed for Furious now.
J-Boy might have the slipstream to come back at him into turn 1. Maybe that's why he's giving up the position. He's hoping that he can get the slipstream into turn 1 and stay ahead. It looks like he's a little bit far back now. Yeah, he's too far back. Although
Oh,
Furious! Straight on.
Yeah, Furious went wide. Mr. Apex in the first part of the Retafilo. Now he's all over the back of Furious.
Furious is going to go left.
J-Boy's going to go right.
He's going to be outside, but if he can brake late, he can carry the speed around the outside.
And they've got Hallex to defend with as well. Hallex just barely gets through. Hopefully he doesn't interfere with the battle. For second place, J-Boy makes the job done around the outside at Roggio.
Hallex was squeezing, sit there. Only just left the car split between. He's running the risk of pushing J-Boy off. But no, very, very good from J-Boy to capitalise on that traffic situation.
Yeah, he was very brave to go around the outside of Furious, but I don't think this battle is done just yet, as Furious is back in the tow. He didn't lose any ground of that. Now underneath the bridge,
it's side by side, and Thunder's passed.
Have a look at a replay. Let's see then. So they were side by side. And yeah, Thunderpig did have the inside. And Baldy just let him go, and Thunderpig into the lead of the GTC class, but again, might not be enough to give him the championship. As Charles has just gone by. Now Furious has gone back into second place over J-Boy with 15 minutes to go. But J-Boy is wanting that second place back. Let's ride on board with J-Boy.
And keep in mind, medium tyres versus soft tyres.
This is like Stig back in season 4.
Furious can just not pull away on those soft tyres.
J-Boy lost the rear out of the Retafilio. Could have had a good run then, but it didn't.
Is he going to try and get the inside here? No, he's too far back.
That's not well. I was going to say that could be a good place to overtake someone. There's a Furious. Oh, and they both got penalties. They both serve. They've got to serve penalties. Yeah. So they've got to serve it either Serraglio, the straightaway at the start finish line, or the straightaway after Curva Grande.
And Furious has got 1.5. J-Boy's got 1. And he's burnt it on the racing line. That could be a post-race penalty for J-Boy.
I want to see a replay. Did he really? Well,
Furious went off to the right, offline, and J-Boy stayed on the racing line to burn his penalty.
Ooh, that could be a bit iffy, yeah.
Thunder's now pulling away from Baldy. Food Cinnabox as well, starting to pull away.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Alex showing his dominance. 37 seconds in the lead of Charles.
Yeah, absolutely. And Charles, he's going to finish third in the championship. He did miss a couple of rounds though. We didn't see him race at Laguna Seca last week. Or the other race from a few weeks ago. What was it? St. Croix, I think it was. I don't think he raced in that one. So
I really hope Charles can. I really hope Charles has the time away from his studies to contest season 6. That would be just awesome, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. He would be right up there in the fight for the championship, and it would be entertaining stuff.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. I know. I know he's been heaped with study work as well. Also, the weather conditions down there. He's been suffering with a lot of hurricanes, so he'd have a lot of disconnections with the weather issues or whatever.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But it would be. How good would it be if he could be in the championship for season 6? There'd be Alex, Charles, hopefully myself. I'll hopefully be able to mount a challenge. Rascal and Rascal and Law have been improving exponentially over the past few months in season 5. They'll probably be able to mount a challenge as well for the title fight. Kofi is always able to mount a title fight as well. There's you know, a lot of new people as well. Hopefully some people from the World Cup will join. And, you know, we could be seeing 7 or 8 different people who could genuinely fight for the title.
Again, that's just down to the council if they will do a Season 6 on GT Sport, or will they leave it for GT7 when it comes out the 22nd of March. That's all just got to find out, though. Technical guy's really the man in the know for that. Yeah, J-Boy's starting to lose ground now on Furious, so if Furious, barring any mistakes, he could get second place in the championship here. And Baldy also starting to lose ground on Thunder Pig, 1.5 seconds, but as you said, it's still good enough for Baldy to win the GTC championship. And they're just about to lap Metcalf, to put a full lap on them now. Now he will have to move out the way for these guys because they're in the same class.
Yeah.
Now this could be a problem because if Metcalf's not moving out of the way, this could allow Baldy to close up a little bit. Now you can see there that
he's coming off the throttle.
Yeah, he came off the throttle there. Yeah, but Thunderpig had to go the long way around Curva Grande, so that's going to allow Baldy just to slightly catch up with him. And let's right on board now with Baldy, and Metcalf moves out of the way. Good driving that. Oh, Baldy sideways in the middle of 4 and 5.
Baldy has lost a little bit of time, about half a second through that blue flag situation. Again, if you're in the same class, you have to move out of the way. If you're in a different class, the blue flags are informational only. You don't have to move out of the way, you stick to your racing line and the faster car will pass you. Furious has got a penalty, which he's burned. That allows J-Boy to catch up about
J-Boy's
second and a half.
J-Boy's lost ground too, because it was about 1.5 seconds back, and that was like about a minute ago, and now it's up to 2.8. So not unless J-Boy's picked up a penalty or has made a mistake.
So we've both picked up penalties then, assumingly.
Less than 10 minutes to go. We'll give you another rundown then. Halleck's 42 seconds he's got over Charles. Goofy leading the PC class. Then Furious in second ahead of J-Boy. Thunderpig leading the GTC class. Baldy one potentially could win the GTC championship. Fubar in third. The Silbox in fourth. Zanzibar in fifth. And Metcalf now a full lap down over the leaders of the GTC class. And two unfortunate retirements. Both of them probably lagged out. Disconnections, both Amidriano?
Yes.
And Dominguez. But of course, you know, the championship was decided anyway, so Dominguez, there was no need to worry about when you posted that comment about an hour ago.
I'll tell you what, for me, this is an absolutely outstanding showing from Fubar. He may be 30 seconds back, but he's in third, he's beaten the likes of his championship contenders, and if we look at the times, he's half a tenth off the fastest lap. And he's lapping faster than Ball.
And also don't forget, he made the mistake in 4 and 5 very early in the race, because he was sitting third at the time before going off at that part of the track. So he's done, like he says, he's done very well to get back up into a podium position.
Yeah, and again, the Cinderbox as well. He's consistently, and he's down in fourth, but still beating people. So he's showing a good showing in his first race here in the NRC.
Charles nearly getting out of Lesmo 2, just a tad bit wrong. A few bumpers out of the way for him.
Furious can't seem to pull away from J-Boy at the moment. They're still sort of stagnant at about 2.5 seconds.
Is that really the only closest battle on track at the moment? That as well as Baldy and Thunderpig. I think that's the only two real close battles out on track at the minute.
Thunder has made a very small mistake, maybe braking a bit too late into turn one. That's allowed Forley about half a second advantage over Thunder.
The Bebop says great drive from Fubar. Yeah, it definitely has been a great drive from Fubar. It really has. After making a mistake, I think it was like lap 3 or lap 4, very early in the race, to lose control of his BMW, but you know, worked as well solidly up into a podium spot. I'll give him good confidence. I have to say, Fubar. We did see him. He has been getting better and better, has Fubar. He really has.
Proving all the time since he's been in the championship, and I mean, he's lapping consistently low 50s at the moment, which is the leaders are lapping. And you know, Thunder's fastest lap is a 49.5. Fubar's fastest lap is a 49.8.
And also the gap between himself and the centre box is going up more and more, up to 14 seconds now.
It's an absolutely solid effort here from Fubar. He should be very, very happy with him. Oh, there's issues with Zanzibar. He's gone off the track and almost collected Furious.
Here we go, here's a replay. So this must be coming into Lesmo. Just understeered through Lesmo 1. Yeah, just understeered. Through went to Furious, just barely. And then J-Boy was just unlucky just to get held up behind. In fact, how close was that actually from... It's right on board with him. Here we go. How close was it? Oh! In fact, Furious also kicked up some gravel too. The gap's up to 5.2 seconds now, so J-Boy's challenge then for second place is definitely come unstuck now, unfortunately. But so it looks like Furious is going to get second place in the championship. J-Boy, depending when Maryland is in the B lobby, J-Boy might not get third place.
Yeah, I really should have tried that one stop, because he knew that, he must have known that if he'd have done a two-stop, he'd have been overtaken again. So I think he ought to have tried the one stop, and he might have just won this race.
Well, but what's done is done now. You can't change it though, unfortunately. So G-Boy, like I says, he missed a trick. Now, Alex, there's a little bit of traffic just ahead to contend with. Just gets by Furious. And now there is the centre box, and the gap now down to 41 seconds then. So Alex not really pushing. And I tell you what, this is where Halleck should be. This is where he's always up at the front. 3-time champion of the GR3 series. He's back where he belongs, isn't he? In first place, because that's where he mostly likes to be in. Otherwise, yeah. You've got something to say.
No, I mean, most races Halleck enters, he dominates. That's just how he works. So he's in his natural habitat.
Not in the Clio Cup Championship, because that he lost it to someone.
Wow.
Right, over the line then to start lap 56 then for the leader Alex. 40 seconds now the advantage over Charles. Here comes Fubar just ahead. We were just praising him, and he gets by Fubar no problem. Now there's Metcalf just ahead. Again, Alex showing that little bit of patience, but he's got time to. He's got a huge buffer over Charles. Overall, this has been a very fine championship. I've enjoyed every race of this. It's just a shame that I always feel sad whenever there's an end to a championship, when it's been really exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's always sad, but from the end of one championship stems the beginning of another, and a new journey for the drivers. And what a journey we can anticipate from the Touring Car Championship, eh?
Oh yeah, I hope so. That should be great fun. I don't know who's going to be in the booth with me with that one, but they're not going to get their voices in.
Yeah.
I'll be going at them.
I can imagine.
one that always helps me the most is the GR3s, because then afterwards you see drivers maybe leave and do other stuff, like the likes of Dan's, Ruby, Thomas. You know, they were all doing this in the first place, and then, you know, they've gone on to do ACC on PC now. They've moved away. And it always worries me about drivers like maybe Alex, if he goes to PC, or yourself, or Charles, or anyone else, you know. It always worries me that this will probably we'll see the last of Alex, yourself, Charles, or Rask, or anyone.
Yeah, I mean, we're all flirting with the PC games at the moment anyway. Like, I do a lot of ACC and iRacing, but don't really focus on Gran Turismo Sport anymore, apart from the ARC Championships. And I think who we've got now is they're really focused on, you know, ARC Group 3 Championships. It's going to be their main focus. Even if they are doing PC racing, they're still going to come back.
Here we go then, 30 seconds to go. There's a rest then at the Retafilio. J-Boy there. And it's Metcalf with, I think that was Metcalf, Fubar, sorry. But anyway, 26 seconds to go until the end of this 90-minute race.
Baldy is half a second behind Thunder, but I think it's going to be their final lap.
Yeah, it will be their last lap. Yeah, it will
just
be.
Made a mistake out of Ascari, and he's not got the toe anymore, so I think this is going to be wrapped up. Race win wrapped up.
Yeah, race win wrapped up for Thunder Pig, but the championship will still go to the Baldy one. As there it is, this is the last lap then for, it's the end of the race now, so here comes Thunder Pig. He will cross the line to take victory in the GTC class. Baldy one takes the championship in the GTC. Here comes Alex, he wins the race overall by a mammoth 42 seconds. Who's that making his way out of the Parabolica? It's Goofy, the guy dominated in the PC, had the championship wrapped up. He's going to win yet another round in his class. There he goes, waves left and right. Goofy wins yet another race in the PC category, dominating him in the championship. Now, who's next coming across out of Parabolica? That will be Furious, I reckon. Yes, it will be Furious. I think that will be second place guaranteed, I reckon, for Furious.
Battle here for fourth in GTC to Cinebox, just half a second ahead of Zanzibar. I think he may just have this in the bag. One corner to go, don't mess this up. Commentator's curse, he's messed it up.
He messed it up, but he's still on the run, but he's going to run extremely wide. He's going to hit the rumble strip off there. Side by side across the line now. I think that will be Fubar. Fubar gets third place. Good effort from him. Metcalf side by side. It's going to be a photo finish though. The Cinebox just gets Zanzibar by 63 thousandths of a second. And that is it.
That's it for the ALMS Championship.
Yeah, indeed it is. There. So congratulations, Alex. First win of the season. He only did about, 3 races. So there you go. So we'll give you a look then at the race results. Well, confirmation, unofficially. Alex wins over Charles. Goofy with yet another win. Furious 2. I think that's good enough for Furious to get second place in the championship. J-Boy third in the class. Thunder Pig winning the GTC race. But I think by Inman's calculations, Baldy has won the championship. Fubar, impressive stuff there for Fubar to finish in third. The Cinebox, great effort there for his first time racing in this to finish in fourth. Only just slightly ahead of Zanzibar, and Metcalf finished a full lap down behind the winner, Thunder. So there you have it. That has been the ARC ALMS. What do you think of that then, Inman?
It was a good race. It was a good race. I enjoyed it. Charles in the chat is saying that his pedals were malfunctioning throughout that race.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's unfortunate. We could have seen Charles with some more pace, challenging for the win there, but oh well.
And also got held up behind lap traffic quite a lot. He was really bad luck in that.
Yeah, he didn't have the rub of the green with the traffic. Also, like to say a commiserations and an apology to the 2 GT drivers, Midriano and Dominguez, who couldn't make the start of the race, unfortunately, because of disconnections. And I'm sure that would have been a closely fought fight as well, but we'll see them another time. What
about driver of the day? Who do you think earned that driver of the day for you?
I would probably have to. I mean, on one hand, I'd say Alex because he just absolutely dominated. But I think I'm going to actually have to give it to Thunder because with that spin going down to 5th place and working his way back up to take the win, I think that takes the biscuit for me.
All right, so driver of the day also goes to Thunder, thanks to Inman. So I think we'll end the stream, I reckon, because my voice is going and my dog's looking at me because he wants to go walkies, don't you, Caesar? You're going to lick me in the face? No, he's not. He's just sitting there. Anyway, so that has been the ARC ALMS series. It's been great fun commentating on that. And also thanks as well to Inman for joining me in the booth for that.
No worries. Good to be with you again.
And we will. So anyway, we'll end the stream right then. So yep. I don't know when the BTCC series is going to start. Probably Tip the guy will let me know sometime soon, I reckon. But yep. So we'll end the stream then. So I've been Savvy.
I've been Inman.
And we will see you again, hopefully, real soon on the Adrenaline Racing Community YouTube.